Celebrating 100 years. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
It's a Friday morning. We made it through the end of the week. We didn't break anything here, am I correct, other than that screen in the other room? And I had nothing to do with that, by the way. Is that fixed?
And you know, it come to find out, it was nothing major. It just powered off and turned off by itself. So I had to just had to reboot it.
That's hilarious,
Yeah.
Smitty. So we didn't break anything at all. Not even Smitty didn't break anything. Good job this week, buddy. I'll remind you again before we leave. It's a Friday morning, and sitting in this morning, Dave Olney, a man of many hats.
Howdy. And I do apologize I didn't bring you breakfast.
No, that's okay. You know what?
Beth.
I actually, on the way out the door, had my final half of the muffins, or the cups that Beth made, because I took, I think, two or three of them home. I had them in a container, and I've been throwing them down on my way out the door. I usually scramble out the door in the morning. So.
She set the bar pretty high. I wasn't going to compete with her.
They were really good. They were really good. It's fresh, local stuff. She said pretty much everything but the bananas.
Nice.
Everything but the bananas in there were local. But no, that's fine. You could have brought me a coffee, though, Dave. I mean, you didn't have to.
You know, I've never had coffee. I have one sip of coffee in my life. I can't even stand the smell of coffee.
Really? Oh, I'll put this cup over here then.
No, it's okay. I'm good.
Obviously, I'm just teasing you. I really appreciate you coming in. I ran into, well, first of all, I talked about your many hats. For those who don't know, I think most of our audience is familiar. Long time with the New York State Police.
Yeah, I retired in January after almost 32 years with the state police.
You are, can I call you a drone expert?
Drone guy, I don't know.
Drone guy, but I mean, you were
Yeah.
you were in charge of that and had a lot of responsibility in operating the state police drones when you were with the state police.
Yeah, so in 2013, I got promoted to sergeant. I took a spot in the planning and research office down at division headquarters in Albany, and one of the many projects I worked on was the drone program, and we went from no program to one of the biggest programs in the country. Took about 3 to 4 years to build a program, and just a really robust program, and we've absolutely saved lives and improved officer safety and safety of the public with that program.
Yeah, I mean, and there's so many ways that technology can be useful. You have a flooding situation. You need to get an overhead look at what's going on, how high the water is, where someone who's trapped might be, a situation with even a house fire, a hostage situation, a bank robbery situation, just general security at a place like the state fair or some type of a county fair, and it goes on and on.
Sure, and actually you say the flooding, the very first official drone flight for the New York State Police was right here in Whitesboro at the flooding January 2017 or 2018 when they had all the water back up, and before the bench project that they did, the lower part of the village routinely flooded, and the very first official flight was at January 12th. It heated up to I want to say 70 degrees. The water coming down was crazy. It flooded that lower section of Whitesboro, and we went down and flew from the railroad tracks, and we were able to find where the ice jam was downstream, and direct resources and try to help alleviate things. So, and like you said, I've flown at homicide scenes where they thought the suspect was still there. We pioneered flying inside of buildings to search buildings, so you don't have to put a person or a canine. You fly a drone in there. Missing people, lost people, security for large events. Last year I flew at Saratoga this weekend. We overflew the race weekend to monitor traffic, monitor people going in and out, monitor security, stuff like that. So, and then now they have the thermal drones where we can see heat. We can find people at night. A night like last night, if we're looking for somebody, they're gonna glow like a highway flare at night because it's cool out and a person's warm, and they're just gonna pop. So the technology is incredible, and the safety aspect it brings to the general population is just unbeatable.
And that situation you mentioned, that could be a suspect, or that could be somebody with dementia who wandered off.
And and we've done all of it.
Yeah,
and it's just such and it's for the investment in the platforms, the return is just phenomenal. just officer safety wise. Like I said, you have somebody who's holed up in a building, a barricade, threatening to kill themselves, threatening to kill somebody else, and you fly a drone in. Even if they swat the drone or shoot the drone in the house, well, now you know where they are.
Yeah.
And you lost the ones we sent inside. You lost maybe a $1,500 drone.
Right.
You know, can you
didn't lose an officer? You didn't lose a canine.
Think about the incident in Herkimer several years ago.
That's exactly what I just did. The canine.
Yeah,
It came to mind.
We'd have flown a drone right in there, and Ape wouldn't have had to go in there and get shot, and we'd have known exactly where he was. It at some point you got to send people in, but it helps with intelligence a lot.
I'm sorry. Was there more?
No, I was just going to say, in my role in Boonville now, when I got there,
So you January?
Yes,
You retired. So was it a dual thing, or could it be dual, or it was after just this year you became the police chief out there?
yeah. So I took the civil service test last year just for something to do because the state police mandatory retirement age is 60. I just turned 59, and I was trying to think of something to do after I retired from the troopers. I took the civil service police chief's test. Scored number 1 and was offered that position, and I was like, you know what, it's probably not going to be there next year, and I took it. And one of the things when I got there was a grant already there. It's called the LE Tech grant from Division of Criminal Justice Services, and part of that grant was for drones. So I actually purchased one of the DJI M4T, which is a thermal capable drone with like 120 power zoom, and a DJI Avata 2, which is an interior type drone. So now Boonville has a drone program, and you'd say, geez, what are you going to do with a drone in the village of Boonville? And I've already used it a few times, and the Boonville Fair was last week. Wisdom's Field Days is coming up in a couple of weeks. One morning at about, I think it was maybe 6 o'clock, the school had called, and the bus garage said they had a suspicious person go into the woods near the school. And I went over there with the drone, and within just a couple of minutes, I was completely confident that we cleared the entire perimeter of the school and several acres surrounding the school, and we were sure there was no one in the woods, and it was clear. So, and that would have taken hours and a lot of people,
a lot of manpower,
a lot of trudging through. There were swamps and everything else, and a 15-minute flight with a drone. I'm like, no, we're good. There's nobody here. So
what happened to the guy?
He got. So we went and watched some security video from the bus garage after, and I'm pretty sure he got in a car.
Okay. You know why he was there? I guess I'm curious now.
No, but
he was gone, and there was no threat.
Right. So a guy walking in the morning with a hoodie and a mask on. And
it's, what made him suspicious.
So the school being very diligent, and you said something about Saratoga. If you see something suspicious, whatever, calling it, and they did in short order, and with just one person, it cleared acres and acres and acres.
So a comment here from Tim, and I want your thoughts on this. It seems to make sense to me, but I don't know. He said one of the possibilities for drones is to cut down on high-speed chases that take place, rather than having a police car driving in high speeds, following someone. Merely tag the car in some way and then have the drone follow it, and you can arrest or ticket the individual later.
I like the thought. Law enforcement doesn't have a drone that'll go high speed, but the fastest I've flown a drone on my logbook is 66 miles an hour. But think about this now. You get in a pursuit. Pursuits are very fluid. The location of a pursuit, you can never predict where it's going to happen. And the ability to get a drone on scene and then to try to chase somebody, sure, it's going to be safer, but it's not like a general aviation helicopter where it can fly at 140 knots. Drones are more of a, we know something is going on in this area, and now we have to get the drone there because they're not, the state police, when I left, we were down to 3 pilots in this troop for the whole troop. And D Troop is the entire center part of the state of New York, all the way to the Canadian border, below Route 20, the other side of Syracuse, the other side of Herkimer County, to have 3 pilots. So I like that thinking, and if that technology was available, it certainly would be safer to follow a vehicle with a drone. But the practicality of having one there and having one that could go that speed, and then the legal ramifications with the FAA regulations, you have to maintain visual line of sight of a drone. Right here, if I was in this backyard, you have there's not a lot of trees, and I could fly in certain directions for maybe a mile.
But beyond that, and usually
Beyond-
chases are extensive, or
Yeah,
can be,
yeah.
especially if you're not following them anymore. They're
Yep.
just going to keep driving.
In the neighborhood where I live, it's all trees, and you're in a cone. So if I'm looking up and there's all these trees, I can only see a certain distance. So I can only fly, a few hundred yards instead of a few miles. So it's all very fluid. That's a great idea, but the practicality of it is just not. We're not there yet.
Yeah, we're not there yet. That's,
I thought years ago, if you had some way to tag a vehicle with some kind of energy, like paint it with a laser, like in the military, you paint a vehicle with a laser, and then your laser guided missile comes in and hits it because it's following that one thing. If there was some way to have a beam of energy just stay on a vehicle, and then the drone could follow it, but the practicality, something like that would be prohibitively expensive, and it'd be it'd be very unlikely that it would be where you needed it when you needed it.
So don't let me forget about this, because I think we can have a longer conversation. Drone enforcement. Tim reminded me of something, or brought up something that triggered the thought of drone enforcement for speeding. But I want to keep talking about all the hats that you wear. So we'll come back to this. And if you have a question or a comment, 315-736-0186, or on our live YouTube stream, of course, just search Keeler Live Show or Keeler in the Morning on YouTube. You talked about, what'd you say, during COVID, and you were looking for other things to do. And I mean, you could pick up an instrument maybe and learn how to play that. Oh, wait, you did.
It's debatable. It's debatable whether I actually learned it, but so I was actually I had an acoustic guitar I've had for 20 some years, and my band, the Dusty Puppies, got started back in 2001, right around there somewhere, and we had no intention of ever playing out. And I don't play an instrument. I played tambourine and harmonica, and the harmonica was perfect for me because I can't do two things at once, and you can't sing and play harmonica at the same time. So that was perfect for me. I was at the Schuyler Corn Festival in August of 2001, and I ran into Bob Acquaviva, who's very big name in the local music scene.
Yeah.
And I just got talking to him about lessons. He goes, I give lessons. Why don't you give me a call? So in 2020, I think it was, during COVID, I started taking lessons from Bob, and now I'm playing guitar in my band.
That's very cool. Dusty Puppies is the band.
Dusty Puppies.
You were at, we were shouting you out because you played, was it last Wednesday or Thursday at the Boonville Oneida County Fair?
We played last Thursday.
A couple weeks ago, my son and I ran into you at a car show, and we were going to come see you guys play at the in Whitesboro there at the what do they call that? The Village Green, essentially.
Yep.
Essentially is what that is. And we're going to talk more about this with a guest coming up. But you're actually, you have 3 shows this weekend.
Yeah, we're playing a lot this summer.
Well, you got a chance to see Dave Olney and the Dusty Puppies, and I'm not trying to rename the band. I'm just saying you're a guest this morning. I don't want the band members to get mad that this is a rebrand. You have a chance to see the Dusty Puppies along with Dave Olney 3 times this weekend, and tonight you're at the rodeo in downtown Utica.
Yep, we're playing at the Stampede Rodeo outside on the plaza tonight. What are we playing? 4:30 to 7. And then tomorrow we're playing up at Arrowhead Park. That'll be our first time playing there, up in Inlet from 6 to 8. Sunday we're playing at the Whitestown Community Day, which we're going to talk later about today, at the Gibson Road Park in Whitestown from 6 to 8 also. So, yeah, we're pretty busy. We're having fun. Every show is more fun than the last one. Whether there's 10 people there or 1,000 people there, we're there to have a good time. It's really cool, this particular iteration of the band. Like, so we've been playing for a long time, and it's really cool that there's no egos in the band. None of us think we're rock stars. We're just here having a good time, and I hope that projects out to the people that come to see us. So,
yeah, looking forward to it. I'm gonna try, I think, Sunday to come see you. You're playing up in Inlet, and that kind of actually I might want to see you up there. Just because it'd be an opportunity during the day to, if we're up there, it means I was up there doing something with my son during the day. Yeah. So, and then the Stampede Rodeo, I don't know if he's into that, but I'd be willing to take him to that tonight too. So I'm sure at some point this weekend we'll see you. Very busy. How long did it take you to learn the guitar and play the guitar where you felt comfortable out in public playing it?
I'll let you know. I'll let you know when I get there. So it's funny when we started playing again after COVID. So during COVID, we didn't play at all because nothing was open.
Yeah.
People weren't going out, and so we just stopped. So I played guitar, and I remember the very first practice. Right in my living room. We practiced in my basement. For some reason, we set up in the living room, and we were playing. And I had my Fender Telecaster that I was playing, and I asked Dana, I'm like, please record this. I said, I'm actually playing guitar in my band. It was only like 3 chords, and I couldn't keep a beat, but it was just like the coolest thing ever. And now, up last weekend, we played at Babe's last weekend, and just had a great time. And I'm still just amazed. And like I said, I don't think I'm a good guitar player, and I'm still amazed that I'm up there with these guys, and they just keep coming back and playing with me. And nobody's looking at me like they smell rotten eggs or anything when we're playing, and it just amazes me. So each time I'm learning a little bit more and picking up some more skills, and I watch the guys that I play with. They're phenomenal guitar players, Tommy Massaro and William Orr, just amazing guitar players. And I watch them and I try to learn from them, and I'm just having fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we'll rehash where the Dusty Puppies will be this weekend. In fact, we're going to talk about the event in Whitestown coming up. We'll be joined by the supervisor in Whitestown, Sean Coletta. John Salka might have some news, I guess, on that segment coming up later this morning. Last time I saw John, I saw him at the Boilermaker, and he'll be joining us in studio this morning as well. And we'll talk some opportunities for local businesses and vendors with the Oneida Indian Nation. We're going to be joined by Joel Barkin, Vice President of Strategic Communications for the Oneida Indian Nation, and a lot more to get to. Willie Waffle joins us coming up after the break. We'll talk to him. Smitty, you're going to like this. And Dave, I think that this might make you chuckle as well. Davey, when you found out I was interested in umpiring, and you've said it to me 20 times, there's something you always want me to do that I'll never do during a legitimate game in on a baseball field, but I'll let you explain it.
Be Frank Drebin, Leslie Nielsen in the Naked Gun. Every time I see a hey when he pats him down and does the moon dance, I can see you doing that, Jeff. Strike!
So I rewatched that segment last night. My favorite part is, at first he says there's no strike call, and everybody's frozen, and then he's like, strike? The second one, when the crowd is cheering and applauding, he's so into it. He does this strike. He's so happy about it, and it just made me smile. I was thinking of you last night. I talked to our guy T-Bone, who we talked to on Monday, and he told me to watch it. He's working on something that I can't get into now, and he wants me to reenact some of that. And I said, look, I don't moonwalk, and I can't do a split at my age. At 42, there's no splits, and to be honest with you, at 22, I couldn't do a split either.
You can learn. Start now.
Oh, yeah, right. I can pull a hamstring at 42 is what I can do. But he wants to do something fun. As I mentioned, his kids are in baseball, so I was watching that clip, and I'm looking forward to that. I'll actually be up in Boonville for a baseball game tomorrow.
Nice. That where you're going is just an awesome facility, the BYA up there.
So what's that stand for? Boonville Youth Athletic Association?
I think so, yeah.
I think so.
Yep.
And then the field is, you called it a certain field. I said, no, I'm not there. I'm at the BYAA. And you said it's the same place.
I think it's the Robert Smith Field.
Robert Smith Field, yeah.
But it's such a nice facility. There's some really, really nice stuff up there in Boonville. Irwin Park is gorgeous. They got some big projects coming with Main Street. But that field, I was really, really pleasantly surprised. I go through there every morning, and drive all around it, and there's hiking trails, and that goes over the little hill there to Irwin Park. The field is so well kept. It's just a really nice place.
So an interesting thing, if you've never been up there, it's a bit, the perspective for a fan is a bit different in that the field is set down lower, and then all the seating is at least 10, 15 feet above the ground. And in addition to that, there's a parking area that's got to be, 100 feet in the air?
It's up there.
It's up there, yeah. So your perspective for watching the game is more of a looking down than across the field. It is interesting. It's a very nice field. And the Lumberjacks, is it the Adirondack Lumberjacks?
Boonville Lumberjacks.
The Boonville Lumberjacks of the PCBL, which is where the league the Blue Sox play in, and the league the Diamond Dogs play in. That's where they play their home games.
The Lumberjacks and the the Lumberjacks and the Blue Sox made the playoffs, so we don't know if they moved on. They played on Wednesday, so we'll have to find out.
You're triggering me here, Smitty, because somebody was upset that we didn't give the Blue Sox score.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to be 100% straightforward. Tell me where, if I didn't go to the game, tell me where I can find the score. I'll pass that score along as long as I'm sitting here, and I'm sure it's true of you and Bill. You got nothing against anybody. It's a local game. We'd love to pass the score along. I say we. Sorry. You guys would love to pass the score along. Tell me where I can find the score.
Yep.
Usually, you can't, can you?
You can't. Usually Stefan calls in and tells us what the score was.
Call Stefan every morning.
Well, and Stefan's got something going on. As a matter of fact, Wayne said to me, he goes, just have Stefan go. He'll be your beat reporter.
Unfortunately, Stefan's got some personal issues that he's dealing with right now, and we received word that he's going to be there until later in the week of next week.
So it is a Friday morning. We made it through another week here. I'm looking forward to the weekend.
So can I just toot my own horn here real quick?
Of course you can, Smitty.
So this is from our head honcho that runs the radio station. She sent me a text. Good morning. I received an email that said today is your 30th work anniversary.
Wow.
So congratulations.
You've been here for 30 years?
Yeah.
Goodness. You got to be the old man around here. Nobody's been here that long.
Yeah, and he looks like one of the younger ones,
He
too.
does. Congratulations, Davey.
Smitty, would you mind grabbing that? And I know we're in the middle here, but I just want to say thank you to Davey, who does so much around here. Obviously, he was recently elevated to the role of executive producer, but I don't know if people understand and appreciate this. I certainly do. There are many times when something is going sideways, and maybe I'm away, or back in the day, maybe I was doing something with my son, or Bill might be out of town, or some manager was out on a golf course or something, and Davey is kind of everybody's backup here. And even rebooting and handling the larger computers, the supercomputers, not supercomputers, but they're pretty, they can be kind of sophisticated in running patches. And the guy who board ops countless events over 30 years here. Our man, Uncle Smitty, celebrating 30 years
keeping the
with
wheels
this
on.
group of radio stations. I can't say with the company because we've had multiple owners over that time. Yeah. But you've been one of the consistent things around here, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate you.
Can we just go to the phones real quick? Tim has a question for you, Dave. Go ahead, Tim. You're on the air with Jeff and Dave only. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. I got a question for Dave. Me and a friend went to Irwin Park in Boonville last week, and I was just wondering what they're doing with that swimming hole. My mother and father used to take us when we were kids. We used to go swimming there. And I seen a bunch of excavators there, and I was just wondering what was happening.
Yeah, so you see how beautiful that swimming hole is, right? That's so nice up there, and it's really, really cool, especially in this heat, to go by there every day and see the people that are coming out to use that. And where those trees are cut down is going to be an amphitheater. They got a grant, and they took the trees down, and that's the first stage of building a new amphitheater up there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they're making some great improvements. Isn't that such a nice park?
Yes, my parents used to take us there swimming when we were kids, and I live in Whitesboro, and I'll tell you something. I brought back a lot of memories. They had some pavilions there. They have a beautiful restroom there. Wow, that was nice to see.
Yeah, the people that run that just take such pride in what they do there, and it's been that's one of the gems up there for sure.
Okay, that's nice to hear. Thank you very much. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, Tim. You too. I appreciate you calling.
Yeah, Tim, I appreciate the call. Our 30-year man, Uncle Smitty, has given me the hand gesture. Not that he's going to break my leg, but we need to take a time out. Before we do that, I want to say good morning to Kevin Simons, retired member of law enforcement and a fellow umpire.
Hey, Kevin. Is he on there?
Kevin just sent me a text. He said, I want to let you know the Blue Sox and the Lumberjacks both lost in their semifinal games. So it's Amsterdam and Saugerties who are playing in the finals for the PCBL. Kevin, thank you very much. Passing that on to the to the listeners.
If you're listening, Kevin, Kevin and I went to the local academy together when I was a deputy. He's the pit bull, we named him.
No kidding.
Yep.
No kidding. He's a pit bull behind the plate, too. Don't argue.
No
Better
question.
not.
No question.
Good morning, Kevin. Appreciate that info. A quick timeout. When we come back, I mentioned Leslie Nielsen as the umpire. Frank Drebin, that was the character he played in Naked Gun. There's another Naked Gun out?
It's a reboot with Liam Neeson coming out.
All right. Fair enough. When we come back, we will talk Naked Gun and other stuff going on with our man Willie Waffle. It's First News Keeler in the morning on WIBX.
Are you sick of being just a number or doing a mindless job? Become a craftsman in a trade. Become an IBEW electrician. The IBEW and the Electrician Training Alliance will give you all the tools necessary at their state-of-the-art training facility. Earn as you learn. Paid training while you get your certification. What are you waiting for? Become an IBEW Local 43 electrician. Call or go online today to learn more. Find your career at IBEW and let the Electrician Training Alliance light up your future.
Aches and pains aren't trophies. They're just barriers keeping pros like you from getting the work done. You know this business can be backbreaking. All the more reason to partner with someone who has your back, like Clinton Tractor and Ferris Commercial Mowers. Ferris is about helping you finish strong and feel good doing it, with patented suspension technology that allows you to mow faster and get more work done in comfort so you can feel good tomorrow. Visit Clinton Tractor today or at clintontractor.net. Ferris, work hard, feel good.
Hey, Sean Hannity here, and these are certainly uncertain times with everything happening overseas. We've got to be on high alert here at home. Everyone needs to go to byrna.com. Why? I want you to see this non-lethal technology that can save lives, and you will see their compact launcher, the world's smallest, less lethal pistol launcher. And you can incapacitate any perpetrator, regardless of size, 30 to 40 minutes. The great thing about Burner is it has kinetic rounds designed to incapacitate these people. The compact launcher is perfect for women if you want protection and you don't want to carry a firearm, and you can put it in your purse and nobody will know you have it. Burner, no background check, can be shipped directly to your door. BYRNA is trusted by all of the professionals because the technology is so superior and a great alternative to lethal force. Visit byrna.com today and find the right launcher for you and your family. That's byrna.com.
Hi, I'm Gail, and I've been driving for Whitesboro for about 5 years now. What keeps me coming back is all the kids. I love seeing their faces and their excitement. I get to be the first person that they see at the beginning of the day. It's the best district that I've ever worked for. I wish I'd come sooner. They truly care about the students and the other drivers. If you're thinking about it, do it. Give Andy a call at 315-768-9740 or stop by the garage, 20 Wood Road, Whitesboro.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, a lot less, but people are actually happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard joining MediShare can save you or your family up to $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true. People are just happier with it. They love being part of something that reflects and promotes their values and what they believe in. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years now, and members have shared more than $7 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care, whether you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan that you're happy with. Here you go. You can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. It's 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Brought to you by Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair. Located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer. And online at tallmanstire.com.
Pleasant weather here today as we finish out the business week. Sunshine and warmer for us here this weekend. Areas of fog here this morning, but that will break up and give way to a mostly sunny sky. Upper 70s this afternoon. Near 50 tonight. Sunny and around 80 tomorrow. Sunny mid-80s Sunday. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone from the Weather Channel on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
It's time for Temple Emmanuel's annual rummage sale, August 3rd through the 6th at 2720 Genesee Street in Utica. Bargains galore, clothing, housewares, books, and more. Free admission. Don't miss the bag sale on Wednesday. Fill a bag for just $8 or 4 for $25. Community organizations. Bring your letterhead and take what you need. Free. For info, contact Andrew Cohen at acohen18@yahoo.com or call 315-724-4177. Temple Emmanuel, where treasure and community meet.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, it's First News Keeler in the morning. WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM. Jeff Monaski sitting in here this morning. One more day. That's a country song. One more day. And guest co-hosting today, Dave Olney, who has so many hats. People know you. I don't need to introduce you. They know your name. They know what you do.
I guess I'm kind of a big deal here.
You are. Coming up next hour, and I want to get some reaction from people, we're going to talk about the potential, the possibility. Does it exist now? Will it exist in the future in New York State? Drone speed enforcement. I don't like it. And we'll talk about the potential there. And you're giving me a face like you don't like it either.
No, and I don't think you'll ever see it.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that. But we'll take some calls, and we'll get more into that. Joining us now is our man on Friday mornings on what we can expect entertainment-wise for the weekend. It's Willie Waffle. Hey, Willie, how you doing?
Well, good morning. You act like you're surprised. This is the state of New York. They will try to regulate every single thing that occurs on and under the soil.
Yeah, okay? You're right. You're right.
Can't disagree with you.
So, Willie, we were talking before you called in, and being a youth baseball umpire, I always get a kick out of, and so does Uncle Smitty, the role that Leslie Nielsen played when he was umpiring in The Naked Gun. And ironically, I was just watching this clip last night. I had no idea you were on to talk about it today. I didn't even know there was a reboot, but it's in theaters, The Naked Gun.
Yes, and Liam Neeson is in The Naked Gun, and he plays Frank Drebin Jr. Yes, he's supposed to be Leslie Nielsen's son, and he's just as clueless as the original Frank Drebin. The whole idea here is that there's been a horrible bank robbery and a murder has been committed, and Frank Drebin has to solve the case, or else Police Squad will be shut down. And I went in really scared. I went in scared because I'm like you. I loved the original Naked Gun. I loved the original TV show Naked Gun. Is hilarious, and I'm like, they're going to ruin it.
Yeah.
This is going to be like a modern take that is going to disgust us. And we're only partly disgusted. So, I think it starts strong. It starts very strong. It really feels like The Naked Gun again at the beginning, right? The twists on phrases, using words with different meanings, all the sight gags that are happening both kind of behind the scene that you're watching and in the scene you're watching. It starts great. And then, the movie, I think, just kind of starts to get a little bit slower. It starts to run out of steam. It starts to kind of lose its way. And I think that's what really kind of ends up making it not a great movie, but at least a funny movie, a silly movie, a goofy movie. I mean, Liam Neeson can be funny. He just has to deliver that deadpan delivery. Maybe not as good as Leslie Nielsen, but I'm still laughing. And you even have Pamela Anderson along here as the love interest. I am at 2.5 waffles for The Naked Gun.
So better than average, worth your time.
Yeah, I think worth your time. I mean, we used to talk about this is one I'll catch on cable someday when I'm sitting around and there's nothing going on. Or, hey, maybe I'll need a streaming option in 6 weeks, and it'll be there waiting for you.
I just keep thinking of Liam Neeson and his role in so many varieties of Taken, right? It was like Taken on a train, Taken on a bus. And is there a line in the movie where he says, when he's umpiring, does he umpire?
He does not.
He does not. Because I can imagine it would be something like, if you throw a pitch over the plate, I will see it and I will call it.
I will find you.
something like that. I'm sorry, I cut you off for a terrible
No,
joke.
you're fine. No, that was funny. No, but I think maybe that could be the redeeming quality for this movie is it doesn't try to redo all the things you saw in the original movies. Because I'm with you. I don't think it would be as funny seeing him trying to be Enrico Palazzo or seeing him trying to be the umpire. It wouldn't be funny if Aaron Judge showed up instead of Reggie Jackson. I mean, they really kind of make it its own story. And to be honest with you, it's got a little bit lesser of a budget. I don't think they could afford Aaron Judge right now. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see if there's a sequel. I wouldn't bet on it. But, hey, at least...
It is what it is. Yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, it's got some gross-out stuff, which is ridiculous. It's got some funny stuff. It's got a couple little, more... I think it's got a couple more jokes about, the police academy, or not the police academy, but the police force. There's some stuff in here that might make you angry if you're extremely pro-police. But, it's going to make you laugh enough.
So The Bad Guys 2, that is also in theaters.
Yeah, and this is a big animated series, where we've got like Mr. Wolf and Mr. Elephant and Mr. Snake, and they're almost like like a Tarantino group for kids, right? And in the first movie, they were the bad guys, they were criminals. Well, now they're reformed criminals. They're trying to live their life on the straight and narrow, and all that is put in danger when they are hijacked by the bad girls. Oh my, yes, the bad girls have a whole plot to just steal everything on the planet, and the bad guys get wrapped up in it. Listen, this is like most kids' movies these days. It's kind of manic, it's kind of crazy. It's got actually, I think, very artistically interesting. I mean, it's not the typical like CGI. I think it's very colorful and very original in its own way. And it's got some goofiness for kids. It's not going to get too deep. Once in a while, there's kind of a little bit of a parody of a heist movie that maybe the adults will laugh out and the kids won't care because they're just waiting for all the fart jokes. I'm at 2.5 waffles for The Bad Guys 2.
2.5 waffles for Bad Guys 2. Trainwreck Storm Area 51. This is not in theaters. This is a docuseries on Netflix. But is this a serious docuseries or is this a parody?
So no, it's a real docuseries, and so Netflix has this. They call it Trainwreck. It's kind of like different documentaries that they put together about kind of pop culture things that we have mocked over the years. Okay, and this one I think is very interesting because I think it's a lot more serious than the other episodes from Trainwreck. So this one is about Storm Area 51. What is it, like about 20, I forget how many years ago, 5-6 years ago, when some guy just made a joke. Hey, let's just all get together and storm Area 51, and we'll find out if there's really aliens there.
Yeah, they can't stop us all, was his argument, right?
They can't stop us all, yep. And he puts it up as a joke on Facebook, and all of a sudden, like, 1 million people say they're going to go. And now the world is freaking out, And the other installments from the series, everybody that was kind of being interviewed and talking about it, they were trying too hard to, tell the joke, to be the funny guy. This one, you really get the seriousness of it all. I mean, think about it. What would really happen if even 1,000, 10,000 people decided to storm one of the most heavily defended military bases on the planet? This could be bad. And they talk about that. They talk about, hey, you're suddenly going to have thousands of people in the desert with no water, no food. You could have a mass humanitarian tragedy on your hands. And then we see kind of the fighting that goes on as people start to try to make money off of this, and they try to put together a festival. I actually was fascinated by it. It was so much deeper than I thought it would. It was so much more serious than I thought it would. It's 2 episodes. Each one's about an hour long. I'm at 3.5 waffles.
Wow.
Watch this one on Netflix. It is really interesting.
Wasn't Woodstock featured in one of the Trainwreck series?
I think like but not the original Woodstock.
99 in Rome, right?
99. Yep.
Yes.
The one that really just became a riot. So that's in there. They also did a thing about the cruise that the power went out and there were no bathrooms.
Yes, I remember
this. They did that one. there's another one which keeps coming up every time I open up Netflix. They want me to watch it, and I can't remember what it is. But yeah, they've got a few of them out there.
Interesting. I will check that one out for sure. It sounds like Dave is interested also. Willie, unfortunately, we're out of time. I'll just throw these as one-liners, and we got to go. Happy Gilmore debuts at number 1, and Eddie Murphy confirms a Shrek spin-off movie. Great job as always. We look forward to talking to you again next week.
All right, talk to you next week about Freakier Friday.
Can't wait. Willie Waffle on WIBX.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, celebrating 100 years.
Canada gets singled out. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Well, they have to pay a fair rate. It's all. It's very simple.
And to President Trump, that fair rate is now a 35% tariff on Canadian imports not covered by a trade agreement. That's up from 25%, and it goes into effect today.
They have been charging very, very high tariffs to our farmers, some over 200%.
The president also says Canada's failed to curb the flow of fentanyl and other drugs across the border. But Prime Minister Mark Carney in a statement says Canada accounts for only 1% of fentanyl imports, and they will focus on building Canada strong. Now, tariffs on imports for dozens of other countries have been pushed back instead of today. Fox's Madeline Rivera reports they'll take effect next Thursday.
Countries with a surplus of U.S. goods see a 10% tariff. Those with a small deficit see a 15% rate. And then there's that third bucket of larger deficit countries. The officials saying their rates will be determined by a deal or a letter. Some of the countries hit hardest include Syria, Laos, Burma, and Switzerland, which exports pharmaceuticals, luxury watches, and precious metals.
That Swiss tariff will be 39%. U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Ambassador to Israel Mike Huckabee are in Gaza, visiting an aid distribution site after deadly attacks on Palestinians trying to get food and growing concerns about starvation. And then Witkoff will go to Russia next. It faces a U.S. deadline next Friday to stop the war in Ukraine or face new economic sanctions. Overnight, Russian strikes in Ukraine killed at least 31 people, injuring 150. President Trump has blamed former President Biden for that war and for inflation and leaving a mess. He responded last night.
We need to face the hard truth of this administration. It has been to ease all the gains we've made.
Speaking to the National Bar Association in Chicago, he warned President Trump will dismantle the Constitution. In Arkansas, James McGann goes to court the day after police say he confessed to murdering a married couple in front of their daughters on a hiking trail in Arkansas Saturday. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey, it's Mike Rowe, and if you want to do business with a company that actually stands for something, switch to Pure Talk. I did. Sure, I appreciate being on America's most dependable 5G network with unlimited talk and text for just $20 a month. But what I really appreciate is Pure Talk's commitment to our military and to our skilled workforce. That matters to me. Save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
If something happens to you, what happens to your family? Will they struggle financially? Will they be able to afford the home you built together? With Ethos, you can get life insurance coverage in minutes. Get up to $2 million in coverage for as little as $2 a day. All online with no medical exam. Just answer a few health questions. Get your free quote at ethos.com/policy. That's ethos.com/policy. Rates may vary. Billed monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
We mentioned the increased tariff on Canada and those looming on imports for dozens of other countries next week. Well, there is an attempt to stop them all. A federal appeals court held a hearing into a legal challenge from import businesses and 12 Democrat-led states. They argue the president doesn't have the authority.
Justice Department Attorney Brett Shumate defended President Trump's use of the International Economic Emergency Powers Act to enact many of his tariffs. The judges pushed back. One questioned if a growing trade deficit really amounts to an emergency.
Essentially, it's reached a tipping point, right? It's affecting our military readiness. It's affecting our domestic manufacturing capabilities. So, yes, absolutely.
Attorney Neil Katyal, who argued for the business that sued the Trump administration, told the judges.
They are asserting as sweeping a power as one imaginable with, as Chief Judge Moore pointed out, no judicial limits.
He said if the government were to have the kind of tariff power the administration is trying to assert here, Congress would have already given it. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
We just heard from the president on Truth Social, once again insulting Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell. The day after calling him a total loser for not cutting interest rates in Wednesday's Fed announcement, the president wrote this morning, Powell is a stubborn moron and he again demanded substantially lower interest rates. Now, Powell's been concerned about inflation, which did tick up a little bit last month. And next hour, we'll get another key update to the economy.
Economists are forecasting that 110,000 jobs were added during the month, trailing a stronger than expected gain of 147,000 in June. Some economists attribute the anticipated slowdown in hiring for July to the ongoing trade war, which is impacting hiring decisions. The unemployment rate is estimated to inch higher to 4.2% after falling unexpectedly to 4.1% in June.
Fox's Hillary Barsky. Ahead of that report, there is a lot of red on Wall Street. Dow futures down about 500 points before a new month of trading after gains in July. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
A chilly start, still foggy out there, clouds in the sky, 53 degrees. Good morning, I'm Jeff Monaski, WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM News Time 7:05. This news update is brought to you by Clinton Tractor, the leader in service. Visit clintontractor.net. Well, it still may be summer, although it doesn't quite feel it this morning. Kinney Drugs offering flu vaccines ahead of the fall and winter months. The pharmacy chain says it has plenty of vaccines available for those between the ages of 2 and 64. They also have senior dose vaccines for those over the age of 65. And vaccines for COVID-19 will also start being provided this month. They can be given during flu shot appointments. Anyone interested should visit their website, kinneydrugs.com. A lawmaker in New York, a county legislator, more specifically, was killed in a plane crash in the state of Rhode Island. Dan Wilson was one of 3 people on board the aircraft during Wednesday's accident at Block Island State Airport. The private aircraft had departed from Albany International and went down on its 3rd attempt to land. The pilot was an 87-year-old man from Mechanicville. The other passenger, a 77-year-old woman from Clifton Park. Both are expected to survive. Some of the country's top horses taking part in one of the biggest events of the season at Saratoga Racecourse tomorrow. Travers Champion Fierceness highlights a field that also includes Sierra Leone and White Abarrio for the Whitney Stakes. The winner punches their ticket to the Breeders' Cup Classic in November and gets their part of a $1 million purse. In Syracuse, police investigating a tragic accident that took the life of a pedestrian. Authorities say a man was walking just blocks from Upstate University Hospital yesterday when he was struck by a dump truck. The victim, whose name has not yet been released, was found badly injured. He was rushed to the hospital but could not be saved. The dump truck operator stayed at the scene. The incident is still being investigated by authorities. Another busy weekend here in central New York. The Utica Stampede Rodeo is going on tonight and tomorrow at the Adirondack Bank Center in Utica. And, in fact, performing just outside on the patio area there at the Adirondack Bank Center is our co-host this morning, Dave Olney. He'll be playing with his band, the Dusty Puppies. What time again? 4:30 to 7?
Yep.
Sorry.
4:30 to 7.
And then the Stampede Rodeo kicks off at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
If you're headed out toward the Saratoga area, there's some big concerts going on this weekend as well. The Outlaw Music Festival tomorrow. Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, Lucinda Williams, and others. So, once again, we try to cram everything into a short window here that we call summer in central New York. A lot going on. By the way, tickets for the rodeo start at just $21, very affordable. You can purchase tickets through the Adirondack Bank Center box office, or you can do so at Empire State Tix. A chilly start, 53 degrees, but it'll warm up today with some sunshine. Here's what we can expect.
Pleasant weather here today as we finish out the business week. Sunshine and warmer for us here this weekend. Areas of fog here this morning, but that will break up and give way to a mostly sunny sky. Upper 70s this afternoon. Near 50 tonight. Sunny and around 80 tomorrow. Sunny mid-80s Sunday. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone from the Weather Channel on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Again, chilly. 53 degrees right now. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM news time is 7:09. All right, moving quickly in sports, the Yankees took care of the Tampa Bay Rays in their series finale. The Bombers have now won 3 straight games. Yesterday's final was 7-4. Giancarlo Stanton and Ben Rice each went deep. The Yankees now visit the Marlins to start a 3-game series tonight. MLB trade deadline was yesterday. The Yankees acquiring Shortstop Jose Caballero from the Tampa Bay Rays. The Yankees also added more arms for their bullpen. They got right-hander David Bednar from the Pittsburgh Pirates and Jake Bird from the Colorado Rockies. They also picked up Camilo Duvall from the San Francisco Giants. Smitty, go ahead.
I like the moves with the bullpen. They got rid of Oswaldo Peraza. Oswaldo Peraza. He got traded to the Angels. Maybe this Caballero could be an upgrade to a little bit that's take off the burden of Anthony Volpe being on shortstop.
Yeah, and in fact, Larry just talked about this the other day. You need maybe late in the game, especially if the Yankees have the lead. Larry was right. It's not a bad idea to put in there a defensive replacement so he's not choking the game away.
And he leads the shortstops for base stealing. He has 35 bases stolen, so that's good on the Yankees too. So
the New York Mets were off yesterday. They were traveling back to the East Coast. They'll open up a series against the San Francisco Giants tonight. The Mets were involved in a trade, and it has a local tie. Cedric Mullins of the Baltimore Orioles, formerly, is now a New York Met. They pulled off a trade yesterday, and that's of interest, I guess, to local baseball fans because Mullins played for the Utica Blue Sox in 2014. How cool is that?
He was the center fielder.
Very cool. Very talented outfielder, Cedric Mullins. The Mets were looking to bolster their outfield. He's fleet of foot on the bases for sure. The Mets will open up a series against the San Francisco Giants tonight. The Knicks locking up a member of their starting lineup. McCall Bridges gets a 4-year, $150 million contract extension. And in football, the Giants say, don't worry, Malik Neighbors is fine. Head coach Brian Daboll saying that the injury Tuesday was not a big deal. And Neighbors did participate in practice yesterday. A lot to get to this hour. I do want to talk about drone speed enforcement, get the thoughts from our guest in studio, our guest co-host, Dave Olney, who's got many, many years of law enforcement experience. And I'd like to know what he thinks about this. You can get your questions or comments in as well, 315-736-0186. And there's some kind of a controversy going on our YouTube comment section. I promise you, Bill's on vacation. He's good. People keep saying it's something else. It's not. Bill's going to be back on Monday. And I'm looking forward to it because I think I'm going to be sitting in here with him Monday morning again as well. So were there any comments not related to some conspiracy theory?
No, it's just asking how long Bill was in the hospital. Where it is?
No, he's not. He's not.
We could make something up.
And somebody's talking about how about a mention of 2 nights of SummerSlam? It starts tomorrow and ends on Sunday. So you know where SummerSlam's taking place, Jeff? Your favorite football team.
Oh, the Meadowlands?
Yeah.
Not the Meadowlands. Is that what they're still called, the Meadowlands?
Yes, 2 nights, tomorrow and Sunday.
So how about a word about it? You're the expert on that here.
It's 2 nights. So I don't know if I want to watch tomorrow night or Sunday. Tomorrow night is the match that I want to see. Is John Cena's wrestling Cody Rhodes, and then CM Punk's wrestling Gunther on Sunday for the belt. I might watch a little bit of it, like I said in past.
You should watch tomorrow because Sunday you're going to the Whitestown Park.
Yeah, I'm going to go watch Dave on Sunday.
Yeah, a lot going on. We'll talk more about that coming up with the Whitestown supervisor, Sean Coletta. They got a fun evening on Sunday. You can get the family, get the kids out there and take part in that. It's going to be some fireworks. We'll get into all the details. And speaking of a 2-night show, how about the Utica Stampede Rodeo and Expo? That is tonight and tomorrow at the Adirondack Bank Center. Tickets available for just $21. You can get them at the Adirondack Bank Center's website. It's adkbankcenter.com. You can do it through the ticket office, and you can also purchase them online through Empire State Tix. So more information, adkbankcenter.com. Utica Stampede Rodeo and Expo going on tonight and tomorrow at the Adirondack Bank Center. A quick timeout. A lot more to get into. Busy show today. First news, Keeler in the morning, WIBX.
Brought to you by Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tallmanstire.com.
Now through September 1st, get up to $180 back by mail on a Firestone prepaid MasterCard. Get up to $80 when you buy a set of 4 eligible Firestone tires. Get an additional $100 when you make an eligible tire purchase with your CFNA credit card at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair. Whether you're in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, or Herkimer, their team of professionals are ready to serve you. Subject to credit approval, restrictions apply. See Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair or online at tallmanstire.com.
The Utica Stampede and Rodeo and Expo comes back to the Adirondack Bank Center. 2 days of rodeo fun with 8 different events, with over 30 of the best bull riders in the Northeast competing for large cash prizes. Get your tickets now at EmpireStateTix.com, in person at the Adirondack Bank Center box office, or over the phone by calling 315-790-9070. It's the Utica Stampede and Rodeo, presented by Don's Ford, Clinton Tractor, and best enjoyed with Coors Banquet, the official beer of the rodeo.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TIRE for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TIRE for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TIRE.
Hey, if you have ugly yellow toe fungus, you got to hear about the secret 2-minute trick that I found for my husband. It works from both the inside and the outside. Thousands of people are using it to get rid of their toe fungus. You can check it out at crystalflesh.com. Jake started off with a small spot on his big toe, and then it spread and got really bad. His toes were nasty. It was so embarrassing. He was afraid to take his socks off. He hid his yellow and crumbly toes from everyone. He tried everything to get rid of it. Nothing helped. And then we found crystalflesh.com. It was the only thing that worked. In just a few weeks, his toes looked amazing. He's now walking around barefoot again. You guys need to try this. I'm telling you, this stuff is different. It's not sold in stores, but go check it out at crystalflesh.com. They'll even let you try it risk-free, so you have nothing to lose. But whatever you do, don't let it get worse. You don't have to live with this anymore. Go check it out now. Just click over to crystalflesh.com.
This is an urgent message for investors over the age of 50. Silver is on the verge of making history. This is an opportunity you can't miss. We're Advantage Gold, the #1 rated precious metals company in America, and we've helped thousands of investors move their IRA, 401k, or retirement account into physical gold and silver safely and securely. Call 800-900-8000 now and get our free 2025 Silver Investor Report and learn why now could be the best time to own physical silver. In this eye-opening guide, we reveal why silver is surging and could make new all-time highs, how to protect your retirement from inflation and market chaos, and the little-known IRS loophole that lets you own gold, silver, and even platinum, 100% tax and penalty-free. Plus, you'll learn how to get up to $10,000 in free silver with a qualifying purchase. But don't wait for this opportunity to pass you by. Call us now and learn how to own physical silver today the smart way. Call 800-900-8000 now. That's 800-900-8000. Or visit us at AdvantageGold.com. Past performance may vary. Consult your financial or tax advisor. Call us at 800-900-8000.
Looking for a cool new ride and a payment that fits your budget? GPO Federal Credit Union's Summer Auto Loan Rate Drop is heating things up. Now through August 31st, enjoy rates on 2022 to 2026 models as low as 4.74% APR for up to 5 years with checking and direct deposit. Whether you're road tripping through the Adirondacks or just upgrading your daily drive, save more and stress less with GPO by your side. Apply at gpofcu.com or stop by your local GPO branch. GPO Federal Credit Union, your journey, our commitment. Membership eligibility required. Credit restrictions apply. Loan rates are determined by overall credit history and are subject to change without notice. 0.25% rate discount is subject to checking account with direct deposit. Existing GPO loans cannot be refinanced. Promotional offer is valid now through August 31st, 2025. See branch for full details.
Hi, this is Ray Durso of the Genesis Group. If you're interested in keeping up with events and news in the Mohawk Valley region, I have the show for you. It's called This Week in the Mohawk Valley, and it airs every Sunday on WIBX. Join us as we talk with area business leaders, elected officials, law enforcement, educators, and more. Don't miss This Week in the Mohawk Valley every Sunday at 9 a.m. on WIBX 950 a.m. 92.3 FM.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
First news, Keeler in the morning on WIBX. Bill is back Monday. Stop with the conspiracies. Fox's Tanya J. Powers joins us now. President Trump is bringing back the presidential physical fitness test. And I can guarantee you that he's going to score. It's going to be the best score, the highest score, the greatest of all time. The doctor has never seen anything like this.
Nobody's seen it.
Nobody's seen anything like this. That's what they tell him. Good morning, Tanya.
Good morning.
So is this a little bit of a flex for the president? I do have to say, obviously, I was teasing there when we began, but I think it is a good thing if the American public thinks that their president, at his age, is still in good shape, is physically fit, is not a health liability. They voted for Trump, not the VP, whose name escapes me, Vance. So there's some reassurance in addition to the flex that Trump is trying to do?
Well, I mean, to be clear, the president is not actually taking the fitness test.
See, when you read the headlines, sometimes you don't get the whole story, huh?
So, yeah, but there have been a number of people that have said, okay, I will if you will, which, again, I seriously doubt they're going to be out there on the White House South Lawn, doing the 1 mile run with the president. This is not something we normally see him. Yes, he does golf. I will, absolutely. But this is remember this thing from school?
Yes.
I know a lot. You have to remember this, right?
I do.
And I know a lot of your listeners probably do as well. Where you got to school and they were like, okay, it's presidential fitness test day. We're going to run a mile and do push-ups and pull-ups and sit-ups and the sit and reach stretch and all of that. And, those were the days where I was just like, why? Yeah, I absolutely hated the presidential fitness test. I'm just going to be really honest about it. I would have donated some sort of body part just to get out of this. I was never good at any of it. Now, could I do it all now? Yes. Could I do it then? No, I could not. So I'm sure when I was not the only one yesterday when this announcement was made and we heard the words presidential fitness test, I'm sure I was not the only one who had some sort of trauma reaction from this. But this was something that has been done for decades. Kids 6 through 17 years old were given this in school. I think it started like 50s. And it was done until 2012 when it was phased out, and it actually became the youth fitness program under President Obama. They didn't focus quite so much on athletic performance, but they went to more of a looking at the whole health picture of the student, not just the exercising part, but like the diet part and all of that.
Michelle was big on Michelle Obama was big on the healthy eating, right?
Yeah, that was the Let's Move initiative, which it also focused, on reducing childhood obesity through not only exercise but also diet. So it's kind of been around, but it wasn't the same thing as we'd had for decades. Now the presidential fitness test is coming back. The president unveiled the President's Council on Sports, Fitness, and Nutrition to, kind of oversee this and develop the criteria for it. The one piece of this I find interesting that I don't want people to lose, because the fitness test part is obviously the big headline. But also in this, and he mentioned this during the press conference on this yesterday, this council is also going to deal with stuff to have to do with college athletics. One of those things would be like the transfer portal, where where athletes can more easily switch from school to school. So this is not just like we've rolled out a bunch of big names who are something in the sports industry, and they're going to oversee the presidential fitness test, and it's kind of one of those, like PR things. They actually are going to be dealing with some of the other stuff to do with college athletics, which, is I won't say more important, but that could potentially have a lot more ramifications for college athletes down the line. Depends on how all that's handled.
Tanya, this is for, as you said, ages 6 to 17. I would imagine there will be schools and maybe whole states that try to drop out of this. Is it a requirement, or is it just an initiative that schools can opt into? And I can just see a whole war about losing funding for athletic programs if schools don't participate in this.
Well, let me, and the 6 to 17 that's what the original fitness test was.
Oh, okay.
So that was the age range for the original one. Like basically everybody, in school had to do this. The council, like I said, that they've put together, they're developing the criteria for it. Now, is it beyond the realm of possibility that if a school or a district or a state or whoever tries to opt out, they say, okay, we're going to pull your funding? No, that sounds right down exactly what we've seen before. That seems to be the carrot stick approach that, the Trump administration has gone with about other things, right? Like, okay, well, if you don't do what we'd like for you to do as far as like the EI or other stuff, we're going to pull your funding. We've seen this with colleges and universities, a laundry list of them by now. So could that happen? Yes. I would imagine that would not be beyond the realm of possibility for that to be the kind of the driving thing of, okay, well, you're going to do this or there's going to be ramifications.
Yeah. And as you pointed out, we've seen this several times. Not only does Trump kind of take this approach of, listen, I've outlined this, you need to do it or you'll lose funding. But at the same time, there are others who oppose him who say it doesn't matter what he says. I'm against it 1,000%, and I will not participate just because those words came out of his mouth.
I mean, yeah, that could be the case. As far as pushback on it, we haven't seen anything like that yet. But again, they haven't come out with the criteria for this at this point. I don't know if they're going to also, add in training for any of this, because if you'll recall, when we had this, it was you show up to school and it seems like, okay, well, that's it. It's not like 2 months before they said, okay, the presidential fitness test is coming up. So between now and then, we're going to work on our running and we're going to, get up to a mile so everybody can participate and be on kind of equal footing. And we're going to work on sit-ups. And it was just sort of like, you're just in it cold. And if you weren't already athletic, good luck. You weren't even going to get the participation patch. So I think that would be maybe a more helpful way to go about it, is if you're already, working on this with your students. That way they aren't, it's not just you're athletic, you're not sort of, delineation.
I got you. Fox's Tanya J. Powers. It's Friday. I hope you're off this weekend.
I am. And we have, this is the first weekend for summer streets in Manhattan, where they close some of the streets, not a bunch of them, but the majority of the island has at least one route that is free of cars, and people can bike and run and, take their scooter or whatever, and walk and stuff. And you have like a whole giant street to yourself, and it goes all the way up. And it's a big deal. Like the vendors, it's kind of like a little street party, but it goes on for quite a while. So that's this weekend. I'm going to get out and see some of the city that way this weekend.
I hope you have a great time.
I thought Tanya'd be coming up for the rodeo.
There's a rodeo? What?
Yes.
Am I missing a rodeo?
Yes, Utica, the Stampede, Utica Stampede and Rodeo that's going on at our local facility that hosts countless events, the Adirondack Bank Center, which is right next door to the new Nexus Center. But it's a 2-day event, and it's professional bull riding and much more. And if you were in town, we would be taking you.
You know what? I would go. I love me some rodeo stuff. I've been to many rodeos. So yeah, I would absolutely be down for that. That'd be fun.
You got time. You got time. Get in your car. Head north.
Amtrak's running all day. Let's go.
Tanya, have a good one.
All right, thanks.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. You know, I was really hopeful, and I kind of feel stupid a little that I thought it was a presidential fitness test for the president.
I was thinking that too by the title.
But maybe should we have that? Should we have that?
Well, so not to get overly political, but after the last presidency, I think there should be a fitness and a mental test, honestly. And completely down the middle politically, it's in the best interest of the country.
Yeah. I'm the greatest.
That's
highest score. Never beat me. I have to tell you, I was going over some, I don't even know what I was looking at, but speaking of politics and Trump and Biden. Trump is constantly, he's so Teflon, nothing sticks to him. And people are always literally taking shots at him.
Yeah.
In the debate with Trump and Biden brought up a golf something that I'll outdrive you or I can beat you on the golf course. I have never seen Trump so affected.
Yes.
When Biden says, I got my handicap as vice president, I got my handicap down to a 6. And you should see the look on Trump's face. I'm sure you saw the debate and we're watching.
I did.
But it's worth to go back and take a look. If you just look up Trump, Biden, golf handicap, and biggest lie. It's the biggest lie. Never happened. And he's so disgusted by it, the idea that Joe Biden had a 6 handicap. I laugh hysterically every time.
Did he, though?
Probably not. Probably not. And I just went, after that video played, something came up with Trump driving a ball down the middle. And it was dead straight, right down the middle.
Did you see I was just talking to my neighbor about this last night. Did you see during the campaign where he golfed with Bryson?
Yes.
That was awesome.
I saw clips of it. I know it happened, but
I got to
didn't
go back and watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because Bryson, arguably one of the best golfers in the world.
He's good. I'm better.
Well, Trump actually carried a bunch of the holes. They were playing, I think they were playing best ball and trying to get under the course record or something. And
Is that right?
They tied it. But Trump carried a bunch of the shots.
No kidding.
And you don't expect that from, how old is the guy,
How old is Trump? 72? No, is he?
He's older than that.
He's older than that, isn't he?
Yeah.
Anyway, how old's Melania? That's what I want to know. It's First News, Keeler in the morning, WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM. We're going to talk, I do want to get into this drone enforcement. I've driven south before. There are some states that use this. They have like a plane drone. It's a larger craft.
He's 79.
He's 79?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't think
Still driving the ball like that? Man, that's embarrassing to me. I think the president at 79 can outdrive me.
So that guy, love him or hate him, and not to use a pun, he's a driven person.
Yeah.
I mean, if he puts his mind to something, he wants to be the best at it. And, like I said, love him or hate him, he's very polarizing. But
not only does he want to be the best at it, but he will tell you repeatedly he is the best at it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you were talking about aerial speed enforcement.
Yes.
That's not done with drones. It's done with manned aircraft and a thing called...
it's manned aircraft.
Yes. And it's a thing called the VASCAR. And back not too long ago before they...
Hey, before we get into this, he's going to do the I'm going to break your legs sign again. Can we take a quick time out? We come back. I want to get more into this.
I need my legs, so I'm...
No, he's going to break mine, not yours.
Oh, well, let's
me.
keep talking then.
It's First News, Keeler in the morning on WIBX.
Mattress Express's summer sale is on. Get a king for the price of a queen for the price of a full, and a full for the price of a twin, starting at just $4.99. Beautiful select therapeutic mattresses. Go to mattressexpressny.com.
We're your neighbors, friends, and your family. We care about our community, your business, and most important, you.
We support charities like the United Way, McMahon Ryan Child Advocacy Center. We're the members of IBW Local 43 and NECA Contractors. You don't just see our work, you live it. From the JMA Wireless Dome, hospitals, schools, and city buildings, the IBEW is part of the community.
Central New York's future is bright, and the IBEW Local 43 and NECA will continue to help light, power, and grow Central New York.
When my business was taking off, our old phone system just wasn't cutting it. We needed fewer missed calls, more flexibility, and better visibility into customer conversations. That's when I found OpenPhone.
OpenPhone is the all-in-one system for small businesses and growing teams. Manage multiple numbers from one device, work seamlessly as a team with shared numbers, and stay organized with AI-powered call transcripts, summaries, and next steps, so nothing gets missed and your team responds faster. OpenPhone integrates with tools you already use, like Slack, HubSpot, and Zapier, so everything's connected and efficient.
Having tried just about every relevant small business phone system, OpenPhone is truly in a league of its own. It's now essential to how we run our business, and I couldn't be happier with the value it brings.
See why over 60,000 businesses trust OpenPhone. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/try and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/try. openphone.com/TRY.
Brought to you by Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tallmanstire.com.
Scott and Jill here from New York Sash to talk about bathroom remodeling. We make bathroom remodeling fast, easy, and beautiful.
And the whole process only takes 1 to 3 days, including tear out, new installation, and finish work.
So you can be enjoying your new bathroom in less than a week instead of a month or more like some remodelers.
So stop by our showroom located at 349 Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro and choose the style and the color that best fits you.
Then our bathroom installation experts will be in and out and done in just 1 to 3 days.
There's no reason to wait for a stunning new bathroom. Come in and see all of your options. Your new bathroom is just 1 to 3 days away.
Call New York Sash now and get 15% off windows, doors, or bathrooms. 315-624-7344. That's 315-624-7344. Or online at newyorksash.com. That's newyorksash.com.
Hey, it's Matt, your leaf filter trusted pro. Gutters are an often neglected part of the home. They're also one of the most important. Clogged, overflowing gutters can cause serious problems like foundation damage or basement flooding, which can cost thousands of dollars to fix. Let's face it, cleaning gutters yourself is not only a hassle, it can be dangerous. But when you get Leaf Filter, you'll never have to worry about cleaning clogged gutters again. Get started today by visiting leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free inspection. If you decide to move forward, we'll professionally clean, realign, and seal your gutters before installing our patented stainless steel micro mesh system. Leaf Filter keeps out everything but the water. And it's backed by a lifetime transferable no clogs warranty. So you're protected for good. We're in your neighborhood and ready to help. Visit Leaf Filter today for a free inspection and estimate, and you could save up to 30%. Visit leaffilter.com/deal. That's leaffilter.com/deal.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now, but I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TIRE for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TIRE for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TIRE.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
It is First News Keeler in the morning, WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM. Our executive producer, Uncle Smitty, has us up on YouTube again today. And, of course, WIBX streaming always on the free WIBX 950 mobile app. So, go ahead.
You can now refer to me as the 30-year man.
The 30-year man. Boy, it's been a recognition after recognition for you. You were Les Diven Award
Yep.
You got a brick for the Boilermaker.
Yep.
You're an executive producer. You got a promotion. And now you've been 30 years here. And again, I don't think people understand because they often hear my voice or Bill. Well, again, used to hear my voice. Bill's voice or some of the FM stations down the road. Those are the personalities that you connect with and interact with every day. But you are the man, kind of the Wizard of Oz, the guy behind the curtain that keeps everything spinning. So I appreciate you a lot.
Thank you, Jeff. I'm Mr. Wizard.
You are.
Just got to get me the hat, Mr. Wizard hat.
Yes, we need to get you a hat. You are significantly underpaid, and I don't even know what you make, but I guarantee that you are.
The glue that holds this place
He
together.
really is.
Somebody just wrote, it's the blank year of Davy, baby. Love you, kid. Well deserved.
Yeah. Well, and it
Truer
really
words.
is.
Truer words have not been spoken.
You know, to make sure that I make it here on time, Smitty calls me at 5:15 in the morning.
He told me.
He does. He calls me at 5:15 in the morning. Jeff, you're coming, right? You're up.
Well, I got a little worried this morning.
So
I thought about when I got here, I said, should I pull into the driveway or go to Jeff's house and wake him and see if he's up? And then if I don't, it was foggy. If I should get there, there'll be dead air. I said, I'll just go to the station first, and then maybe something will happen, my luck.
So
Hope for the best.
I dozed off last night and did not put my phone on the charger. Fortunately, because this is sometimes what happens if I leave the air on all night. Boy, I just don't hear that alarm clock. I'm in another world. But I was fine, and I woke up, and my first concern when I got up, it was like 5:17. I was like, oh, no, my phone is dead. Davey's going to think I'm not up. So I immediately turned it on to power it back up so I could get a hold of you for once and say, I'm fine, I'm good, I'm on my way in. We're going to talk with Joel Barkin, Vice President for Strategic Communications for the Oneida Indian Nation. They've got a big announcement coming up, and Point Place Casino to host a weekend of celebrations. And there's other news with the Turning Stone we'll get into. Next hour, Sean Coletta, the Whitestown supervisor. They've got a really cool thing going on in Whitestown for Community Day. It'll be on Sunday evening. That includes fireworks, a movie, food trucks. Very cool. I'm actually hoping to take my little guy down there for that. And then John Sulka. We'll talk with John, former member of the State Assembly, and looks like he's looking to dive back into things. So we'll talk to him about that coming up next hour. We will also do the Hobica Law Firm's free money question of the day. Smitty, you're telling me we're probably going to do that next hour?
We can do it next hour.
Okay, we'll do that maybe around 8:20 or 8:15 next hour. I hate to keep moving it, but what are they going to do, fire me?
My next door neighbor is going to be disappointed. I told him about it last night. He was going to try to get up this morning and win the money.
Well, if he needs 5 minutes to snooze, he can take it because we're going to kick it back just a little bit.
All right, go back to bed, man.
So we were talking about speed enforcement, and of course, Dave Olney, formerly of the New York State Police, now the police chief in Boonville, a guy with decades of law enforcement experience. So I want to pick your brain a bit. Somebody said this to me, and I said, boy, that's great. Someone said to me, police unions in New York State would probably be the biggest factor in deterring the state from using unmanned drone or radar technology to enforce speed zones. And I actually thought that was a good thing. You want to react to that?
I guess I can relate that to the use of you've seen they use the Jeeps in the construction areas, and they just they just mail the civil tickets to people.
Yes.
And I know the troopers union was not really happy with that, and that takes a lot of discretion. It's a good thing because it's ultimately going to slow people down in the work zone. It takes a lot of discretion. Now, a lot of police work is discretion and issuing warnings and things like that, and it takes that completely off the table.
Let me ask you this. I might slightly disagree with something you just said. You said that that technology they were using in construction zones might deter people and have them slow down.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I'll argue, well, you get mailed the ticket afterward, so it didn't actually slow you down, but maybe just parking an unmanned state police vehicle ahead of the construction zone, that would slow people down.
I think it might. That would present a whole lot of issues in itself, having an unmanned one. There are the TIM unit, the Traffic Incident Management Unit, that's their whole purpose is to work construction zones and be visible in construction zones. So ultimately, making those zones safer is the ultimate goal.
Sure.
It isn't necessarily enforcement. That said, there's two ways to change people's behavior, and it's enforcement and education. And they do a lot of education, and part of that education is posting those signs before the zone saying speed enforcement ahead, or automated speed enforcement ahead, or speed whatever. And that's what I mean, slowing those people down. The people that are cognizant and are going to see that sign and be like, oh, crap, there's one of those Jeeps parked there, I better slow down. And they go through that work zone at a slower rate than they normally would have. So that does accomplish that goal. There are people that either aren't paying attention, don't care, don't see it, they're in a hurry, and they blow through there. They're going to get the ticket. The registered owner of the vehicle is going to get the ticket. I think it does increase compliance in those work zones. And again, the ultimate, it's not, you won't find a trooper or a police officer out there that writes a ticket to raise fine money, or people say, oh, they're just trying to raise money. The police departments get no benefit from that. It's to change behavior and make the highway safer. And the people,
there's no bonus for 30 tickets in a day or something like that.
Yeah, I got a toaster oven 1 month. No, there is no. I mean, it's the whole purpose is to make the highway safer. Nobody wants to get a speeding ticket.
Correct.
Right? Nobody wants to get killed in a car crash.
Correct.
And you think about areas around here that you don't see a lot of enforcement on. 49 between Rome and Utica. If you travel that road, it's a raceway. There's not a lot of places for police to sit. There's not a lot of U-turns anymore. You used to be able to cut through the medians, and it's all barriers now. And the average speed up there is through the roof. And then there's other areas in this vicinity that if you speed through there, you're getting pulled over. So people slow down. Mm-hmm. And you look at the accident rate, and not only accident rate, but the severe accident rate and the amount of people injured in those areas. And there's a direct correlation between speed enforcement and safety. I like to point out 9/11. During 9/11, the New York State Police, most of the New York State Police were in New York City for 9/11 for a couple of months. And the accident rate throughout the state of New York and the fatalities went up. There was an uptick in that stuff during that amount of time because you didn't see the troopers out there and people's behavior went back up. So, like I said, nobody wants to get a speeding ticket. It's a hassle. It's not a pleasant thing. But also, you have to understand that if the police aren't out there doing that activity, people are going to do whatever they want to do, and more people are going to get hurt. And going to a house and telling somebody their family member's been killed or seriously injured in a car crash, I'd rather have 1,000 people mad at me for getting a speeding ticket than have to do that once.
That's a great point, Dave.
Jake has a question for Dave.
Just before we get to Jake, and good morning, Jake, a comment here. Sometimes I wonder if the ticket is for compliance or for fees. The amount of money that goes to local court fees is a large percentage, which makes one think it's a revenue generator.
You can think that all you want, but the police department gets no benefit from writing tickets. In fact, in Boonville, in the village of Boonville, there is no village of Boonville court. All the tickets are written for the town of Boonville because the village of Boonville court was dissolved. So the village of Boonville police department can write 1 million tickets, and the village gets no benefit whatsoever from that. And there should not be a correlation between that police department, its enforcement activity, and any budgetary things whatsoever.
Yeah.
That, in my opinion, would be ethically, probably morally wrong, because you're out for the wrong reason.
Public safety should be the only motivator and incentive there, right?
100%. And people are going to think what they want to think, and it's the same thing with Bill being gone and all the conspiracy theorists and where he's been the last 2 weeks. People are going to think what they want to think, and you can't change that. But I will tell you, I'm in my 39th year doing this job. I've written a lot of tickets, arrested a lot of people, and I didn't write a single ticket to generate a penny of revenue. it was to change behavior, make the streets safer for your family, my family, for everybody traveling through this area.
And because you wanted a toaster oven.
And, well, there's that.
Jake, what is your question?
It's more of a comment.
Yes.
Speaking on police and using their discretion on writing tickets. Dave actually pulled me over about 20 years ago. And I was a new driver. I had a learning permit, and the person in the passenger seat had a suspended license that I didn't know about. And I was also driving like a questionable vehicle. I mean, there may have been, the inspection was up and maybe a couple more things were going on. But he gave me a break and told me to go home, and he didn't want to see me driving the vehicle again. And at the time, I was a kid. I didn't really have the money to pay a bunch of fines. And I didn't know I was in the wrong, but he let me off. And I worked at a local pizzeria, and I threw him a couple wings here and there. I don't know if you noticed that. I'm pretty sure he did.
I did.
But thank you very much for that.
Jake, I appreciate you calling in. However, you just completely ruined my reputation because. Now, you know what? I was very active in traffic enforcement, and I love hearing stories like that, Jake, because people always said I had to write my own mother, and there was I was very active in traffic enforcement, and I'll tell you why. My third week as a deputy sheriff in the 1980s, I went at a little after 4 p.m. to a triple fatal crash that was caused by a drunk driver who was speeding, and I had zero experience doing the job, and that I carried with me for the rest of my career. Those 3 people, I can tell you their names. I can tell you the name of the drunk driver. I can tell you where they worked, and I can tell you that those 3 people didn't die for nothing. They, in my opinion, helped make the roadways around here just a little bit safer because I carried them with me, and I did my job because I was trying to prevent that from happening. So if a conversation with you, Jake, changed your behavior and helped you get make a little better decision, then that's what that's all about. So thank you. I appreciate the call.
Jake, thank you so much for the phone call. We're going to make a quick transition here. Joel Barkin is the Vice President for Strategic Communications for the United Indian Nation, and it's a busy weekend there. We got a couple of things to talk about. Good morning, Joel. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
Very good. Big weekend at Point Place. Can you explain what's going on? A big celebration.
That's right. We are kicking off the first phase of our major Point Place casino expansion. So this is the first phase where we will be opening up the new wing of our gaming floor. We've added about 400 slot machines. We've expanded our fireside bar. We've expanded our Perfect Pork Cafe, and it really looks like a completely different property, yet kept all the things that people love about it. So that's coming up this weekend. We have lots of festivities planned starting tonight through Saturday, Sunday. And really, the countdown begins for phase 2. We're going to be opening a new hotel. We're adding a new restaurant that people are going to love, and it's really going to change the whole experience in a really, really fun way.
A phase 2, you haven't even officially launched phase 1. This was a $50 million investment. What will phase 2 bring?
Phase 2 is will open later this year, the hotel. It's a 199-room hotel. We have some new retail space coming in. We have a new restaurant that will be opening. That I think we'll excited to share more details about that as well. So it's going to be just a really dynamic property.
So to take part in the festivities and the celebration that's going on, when should people plan on arriving tonight or this weekend? Can you kind of outline some of the events you got?
Well, yeah, it's just we're going to have a number. We got impersonator, we got singers, we got entertainment starting around 7 o'clock tonight. Although folks should come as early as they want to come. We got a number of different specials on our menus. There's a couple of gaming promotions that'll be running throughout the weekend. So anytime you come, anytime you show up, there's going to be a lot going on.
All right, very cool. That's going on all weekend. Joel, the other thing we want to talk to you about is we talk about the investments in Oneida land and Turning Stone properties, but there's an opportunity for local businesses and vendors to partner with, to do business with Turning Stone. Can you talk a bit about that? You've got something coming up in September.
On September 12th, we are going to be hosting a vendor and economic development conference at Turning Stone for local businesses, both existing partners and prospective businesses and partners, to spend the day with us, learn about our business, learn about the various verticals of our business, the kinds of things that we're going to be looking for to partner with businesses on, both now and then as all of these new developments, whether it's Point Place Casino, whether it's the Turning Stone Evolution, which, as you know, is well underway, slated to open in 2027. It's really going to change the whole dynamic in very positive ways of a number of our business models, or at least a number of the offerings that we provide at Turning Stone. We're going to be doubling the size of our meeting and convention facilities. We're adding a new hotel. So with that comes a lot of opportunities to work with us. We're adding a new restaurant. So we're going to talk a lot about the types of things that we're going to be sourcing. Local businesses will have a chance to meet with our leadership team, our CEO, Ray Halberter, as well as our purchasing agents, so people who are actually doing the sourcing for our various departments. So, we're very proud of, and as Ray Halberter has always said, as we do well, the community does well. Last year, we had more than almost 3,000 New York State businesses that we worked with, a majority of which comes from the three counties, Oneida, Onondaga, Madison County, that we're surrounded by. So when we can support local businesses, we know that helps the region. We know when the region is prospering, we're prospering. So it's a very symbiotic relationship. And if folks own small business or have things that they're sourcing or are interested in potentially expanding the things that they provide, knowing that there's someone, of our size, a business of our size that may be a good partner, then we definitely encourage you. It's a free conference, September 12th, and there's more information on the Turning Stone website. So I would encourage anyone who's interested to sign up.
Joel, if my math is correct, it's like $250 million in revenue to vendors in New York State.
Yeah.
And of that, $161 million in the three-county area, Oneida, Madison, and Onondaga counties.
That's exactly right. And those are big numbers, right? And I think sometimes hard to comprehend. But, if you ask our partners, and the thing that we're very proud of, we have a number of, as you said, so many different local partners that have been with us for literally decades. And have grown with us. It's one of our, you talk to someone like Utica Coffee and, who basically has been able to significantly increase the number of employees they have just because they're working with us across all of our different businesses. So we love those stories and take a lot of pride in those. And also we know that so many of our vendors as well take a lot of pride in being able to be part of this. The Turning Stone Evolution is, and you're going to have people coming from all over the country to take part and to visit us, and the pride that our partners have in knowing that they were part of, building the signage, working on the grounds, working on the food that we're serving in some cases is something that we know that they take a lot of pride into. So it's really a great opportunity and great relationship, and one we hope we'll continue to be able to build upon.
So Joel Barkin, again, is the Vice President for Strategic Communications with Turning Stone, and and the United Indian Nation. That conference we're talking about, it's a half-day conference, Friday, September 12th. You can explore vendor and partnership opportunities with the nation, learn how the evolution and expansion of the enterprises are creating new opportunities for existing and prospective partners. Again, more information, the website, Joel?
Turningstone.com, you can find it on.
Turningstone.com. And I was up there, I stopped at Tin Rooster Friday, and I hadn't seen the ongoing construction, but it looks like you're building up a giant facility. I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? But that must be evolution that I saw.
Yes, that's the new hotel. When you walk, it's really dramatic.
It is dramatic. I'm like, what are they building a new casino on top of this one? What's going on here?
Still one casino, but that's just a hotel. It's going to have a new restaurant on the 7th floor with a. You can see it when you drive in. There's a cutout for where the outdoor space will be for outdoor dining. That'll be all year round, at least 3 seasons round. It's going to be very, very cool, and can't wait to show it off.
Joel, thank you so much. Again, the conference is Friday, September 12th. More information at turningstone.com. Unfortunately, we're out of time. We appreciate you spending a few minutes with us this morning.
It. Thank you.
That is Joel Barkin from Turning Stone. Yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, and you haven't had a chance, I had no idea it was there. Again, it's really looks beautiful and like it will be something amazing.
Can you even remember the region before the Turning Stone? And imagine without it what we would be right now.
That's, again, $250 million in revenue with their partners in the state.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome, W295EI, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, celebrating 100 years.
They aren't in effect yet. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Tariffs that were going to start today have been pushed back to next Thursday on imports from dozens of countries.
Countries that were not making specific new deals for themselves with the U.S. were just told what their new rates are going to be. Mostly 15 to 20%, with some much higher. The highest in the world now, Syria, 41%, Laos and Burma, 40%, Switzerland, 39%, and Canada, our neighbors to the north, 35%.
That Canadian tariff actually goes into effect today, up from 25 on goods not covered by a trade agreement, with President Trump accusing Canada of treating our farmers unfairly. And Fox's Peter Ducey at the White House also reads this reaction.
The Ontario Premier Doug Ford says it's actually time to fight, and Canada shouldn't settle for anything less than the right deal. Now is not the time to roll over. We need to stand our ground.
Former President Biden lashed out last night, warning that President Trump wants to dismantle the Constitution.
To erase history rather than make it, to erase fairness, equality, to erase justice itself.
And after the former president said that to the National Bar Association in Chicago, his ex-VP Kamala Harris, who replaced him in the 2024 election and lost, went on the CBS Late Show with Stephen Colbert. He asked Harris, who's leading the Democratic Party?
Who comes to mind?
I think there are a lot of, I'm not going to go through names because then I'm going to leave somebody out and then I'm going to hear about it.
President Trump says that campaign he won was weird.
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't call her a skilled politician.
Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, who went to Israel for ceasefire talks in the war against Hamas, went to Gaza today to tour food distribution sites, along with U.S. Ambassador Mike Huckabee, who posted on X praise for GHF, the U.S. and Israeli-backed organization that he says has distributed 100 million meals in 2 months, but there's growing international concern about starving Palestinians and deadly attacks on crowds trying to get the food. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey, it's Mike Rowe, and if you want to do business with a company that actually stands for something, switch to Pure Talk. I did. Sure, I appreciate being on America's most dependable 5G network with unlimited talk and text for just $20 a month, but what I really appreciate is Pure Talk's commitment to our military and to our skilled workforce. That matters to me. Save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term.
James McGann is doing court in Arkansas today, making his first appearance since he was arrested while getting a haircut Wednesday and charged with double murder in the killings of a married couple on a hiking trail at a state park.
Our suspect's DNA has been a positive match to the DNA that we suspected to belong to our suspect at the scene.
And State Police Colonel Mike Hager says McGann confessed to killing Clinton and Kristen Brink in front of their two daughters, aged 7 and 9. Now, they were not harmed physically, but they did see their parents murdered. There's a manhunt for another accused killer in another state.
The Tennessee Bureau of Investigations has obtained warrants for the arrest of Austin Drummond, charging him with 4 counts of first-degree murder. The investigation began Tuesday after an infant in a car seat was found in a front yard in northwest Tennessee. The Dyer County Sheriff's Office says a caller reported the infant had been dropped off by a minivan or midsize SUV. The baby belonged to 2 of 4 people found dead in neighboring Lake County, 30 miles away. Deputies have declined to say how the victims were killed. A reward of $2,500 was being offered for information leading to Drummond's arrest. Tom Rigotti, Fox News.
We will get an update to the economy later this hour. Expected to show a slowdown in hiring last month, and Fox's Hillary Barsky reports.
The unemployment rate is estimated to inch higher to 4.2% after falling unexpectedly to 4.1% in June. The July jobs report will potentially influence the Fed's decision in terms of future interest rate cuts. A hotter than expected report may delay cuts, while signs of the labor market cooling could revive hopes for a rate cut.
Well, President Trump keeps demanding that the Federal Reserve substantially lower interest rates again, insulting Fed Chairman Jerome Powell on Truth Social this morning, calling him a stubborn moron. On Wall Street, ahead of the jobs report, stock futures are down almost 400 points for the Dow. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
We have some sunshine, but still a chilly morning here. Just 57 degrees, WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM news time is 8:05. Looking at a high today in the mid-70s. We'll take a closer look at your forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Well, it still may be summer, although it's a chilly start today. Kinney Drugs already offering flu vaccines ahead of the fall and winter months. The pharmacy chain says it has plenty of vaccine available for those between the ages of 2 and 64. They also have a senior dose vaccine for those over 65. Vaccinations for COVID-19 will also be provided this month and can be given during your flu shot appointment. Anyone interested should go to kinneydrugs.com. A county legislator from the state of New York identified as being killed in a plane crash in the state of Rhode Island. That is a Montgomery County legislator who was killed in that crash. Dan Wilson, one of 3 people on board the aircraft during Wednesday's accident at Block Island State Airport. The private aircraft had departed from Albany International and went down on its 3rd landing attempt. The pilot was an 87-year-old man from Mechanicville. The other passenger, a 77-year-old Clifton Park woman. Both survived, but the legislator, Dan Wilson, was killed in that accident. Some of the country's top horses taking part in one of the biggest events of the season at Saratoga Racecourse tomorrow. Travers Champion Fierceness highlights a field that also includes Sierra Leone and White Abarrio for the Whitney Stakes. The winner punches their ticket to the Breeders' Cup Classic in November and gets their share of a $1 million purse. And in the Syracuse area, an investigation ongoing after a pedestrian was struck and killed by a dump truck. It happened just blocks away from Upstate University Hospital. The victim's name has not yet been released. The victim was found badly injured and rushed to the hospital but could not be saved. The dump truck operator stayed at the scene, and as I say, the investigation is ongoing. Don't forget a big show this weekend at the Adirondack Bank Center in downtown Utica. The Utica Stampede Rodeo and Expo is going on today and tomorrow. Tickets still available. They start at just $21. More information at adkbankcenter.com. You can purchase tickets through the Empire State Tickets website. WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time coming up on 8:08. Here's what we can expect later today.
Pleasant weather here today as we finish out the business week. Sunshine and warmer for us here this weekend. Areas of fog here this morning, but that will break up and give way to a mostly sunny sky. Upper 70s this afternoon. Near 50 tonight. Sunny and around 80 tomorrow. Sunny mid-80s Sunday. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone from the Weather Channel on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Right now, sunny and 57 at 8:08. All right, from the IBEW Local 43 Sports Desk, a former member of the Utica Blue Sox is now a part of the New York Mets roster. The Mets making a deal before the trade deadline. They've acquired Cedric Mullins from the Baltimore Orioles. In exchange, the Mets send 3 minor league pitchers back to Baltimore. The Mets still lead the NL East. They were off yesterday and open up a 3-game series with the San Francisco Giants at Citi Field tonight. The Yankees also active yesterday. The Bombers busy ahead of the deadline. They've acquired shortstop Jose Caballero from the Tampa Bay Rays. The Yankees also added more arms in the bullpen. Right-hander David Bednar from the Pittsburgh Pirates, Jake Bird from the Colorado Rockies, and Camilo Doval from the San Francisco Giants. On the field yesterday, the Yankees won their third straight, 7-4 the final over the Rays. Giancarlo Stanton and Ben Rice each went deep. The Yankees now visit the Marlins to start a 3-game series coming up tonight. Football news, the New York Giants and fans are happy. The injury to Malik Neighbors is not serious. In fact, head coach Brian Daboll says his wide receiver is good. Neighbors had to leave Tuesday's practice with a shoulder injury. Daboll said the Giants have plans for Neighbors and that he did participate in Thursday's practice. One note in the NBA, the Knicks locking up a member of their starting lineup, Mikal Bridges, agreeing to a 4-year, $150 million contract extension. What else did I want to mention here? NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell speaking publicly for the first time since a shooting Monday that left 4 dead at a Manhattan office building that houses the NFL league office. Goodell joined the NBC broadcast remotely prior to Thursday's Hall of Fame game, where he called the shooting an attack on humanity. Goodell stayed in New York to attend the funeral of slain NYPD officer Didaral Islam, who was killed in the attack. He added that all of us have to do more to make sure that people who need help get it, while also saying the league employee who was injured is in stable condition and is improving. Shane Tamura, a 27-year-old with a history of mental illness, carried out the attack. New York City Mayor Eric Adams believes Tamura was targeting the NFL league office located, as I said, in Manhattan. So an update to that story that we unfortunately had to deal with earlier this week. Smitty, what did I miss?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Oh, that's just that the Blue Sox were eliminated in the PCBL playoffs along with Boonville. So
Yeah.
it's Amsterdam and Socrates, you said?
Yes.
For the championship. It's a 3-game series. It begins tonight.
And thank you very much to fellow umpire Kevin Simons for passing that info along. Unfortunately, Lumberjacks and Blue Sox both out in the semifinal. And as you say, Amsterdam and Socrates will play for that title. All right, first news, Keeler in the morning, WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM. A big celebration going on Sunday, Community Day in Whitestown. I'm actually looking forward to going to this. Also later this hour, we'll talk with John Sulka announcing something here on the show. We'll get into that later on the program. It's first news, Keeler in the morning, WIBX.
Mattress Express's summer sale is on. Get a king for the price of a queen for the price of a full, and a full for the price of a twin, starting at just $4.99. Beautiful select therapeutic mattresses. Go to mattressexpressny.com.
Brought to you by Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tallmanstire.com.
There's no place like home with a mortgage from AmeriQ Credit Union. Apply today at ameriq.org/home. Equal housing lender.
Scott and Jill here from New York Sash to talk about bathroom remodeling. We make bathroom remodeling fast, easy, and beautiful.
And the whole process only takes 1 to 3 days, including tear out, new installation, and finish work.
So you can be enjoying your new bathroom in less than a week. instead of a month or more like some remodelers.
So stop by our showroom located at 349 Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro and choose the style and the color that best fits you.
Then our bathroom installation experts will be in and out and done in just 1 to 3 days.
There's no reason to wait for a stunning new bathroom. Come in and see all of your options. Your new bathroom is just 1 to 3 days away.
Call New York Sash now and get 15% off windows, doors, or bathrooms. 315-624-7344. That's 315-624-7344. Or online at NewYorkSash.com. That's NewYorkSash.com.
Beautiful woodwork adds warmth and charm to any kitchen. But years of use can leave your cabinets worn and faded. When you call Enhance, we'll make your cabinets as good as new again in as little as 1 day for a lot less than you'd pay for traditional refinishing or replacements. Whether you want to renew your cabinet's original finish or completely change their color, just tell us the look you want and we'll help you get it. Or bring your hardwood floors back to life. With most Enhance renewals, you can use your floors again the same day. Plus, there's no mess, no dust, and no odors. Call Enhance today for a free in-home consultation. We'll explain the process, we'll show you how your cabinets or floors will look when we're done, and we promise you'll be really pleased with the price. And when you trust Enhance, you'll get the skilled workmanship and attention to detail we bring to every job. There's no obligation. Call us now at 738-1113. 738-1113.
Filing Form 2290 again? VINs, weights, EINs. What a nightmare.
Not with 2290.ai, the first AI-powered 2290 e-filing platform. Just snap or scan last year's Schedule 1 and hit submit, even if you're on the go.
Wait, with just a photo?
Yep, our smart platform reads, validates, and files it in minutes. With real-time AI checks and instant Schedule 1 delivery, you can stay road ready and file fast.
Whoa, I just got my Schedule 1. Already?
That's right. Whether you're a solo hauler or running a fleet, smart truckers use smart tech. Just go to 2290.ai to snap or scan and submit. Anywhere, anytime.
Powered by ZenWork. Use code RADIO at checkout for 20% off your first filing. Only at 2290.ai. That's 2290.ai. With code RADIO at checkout for 20% off. 2290.ai.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
The Utica Zoo presents Brewfest 2025, August 2nd at the Utica Zoo from 6 till 9 p.m. Help support the zoo and enjoy food, live music, a silent auction, and over 120 beers on tap. And while you're there, see something big. The Utica Zoo's Dino Discovery. It's a Jurassic experience like no other. Save on advance sale tickets at uticazoo.org or the Utica Zoo gift shop. Utica Zoo's Brewfest 2025, August 2nd at the Utica Zoo.
Celebrating 100 years. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
First News Keeler in the morning. WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM. Smitty, we have comments on YouTube we want to get to. You're going to check it out in a minute?
Yeah.
We'll also do our Hobica Law Firm free money question of the day coming up. A reminder again, the Utica Stampede Rodeo and Expo tonight and tomorrow night at the Adirondack Bank Center. Tickets start at just $21 and are still available. And our guest co-host this morning, Dave Olney, and the band he is in, the Dusty Puppies, will be performing prior to tonight's Utica Stampede Rodeo out on the patio area.
Yep, right on the plaza there.
The plaza. Yep. I keep calling it the patio, the plaza. But you're performing from 4:30 to 7, and the rodeo gets underway at 7.
Yes. Yep, can't wait. Looking
cool.
forward to it. It's going to be a perfect night, perfect weather. Looking forward to it. We'll be watching the sunset over West Utica.
Another perfect night is planned I'm hoping the weather cooperates, but it looks like a good weekend. Sunday evening, Sean Coletta is the Whitestown supervisor, and you're planning a nice little night out with fireworks and a movie and some food vendors. And good morning, Sean. How are you?
Good morning. Good to be here. Good. So, this Sunday, let's see here. This is our 7th or 8th now, Whitestown Community Fun Night at the Town Park on Gibson Road. And Dave, you're in high demand because the Dusty Puppies are going to be performing at Whitestown Community Fun Night as well from 6 to 8. But this is a great night out for the entire family and for folks of all ages. Games, food trucks, an outdoor movie. This year we're playing Inside Out, which is going to start at dusk. And then we do fireworks at the movie intermission. And then we continue with the movie. And then, again, Dave, the Dusty Puppies, 6 to 8 in the weather, looking much better this year.
Much better. Last year we got soaked. It was wet. But we still played. We played for all the people that were still there working and all the food trucks. Now we're looking forward to a little vindication this year. And we're playing right on top of the hill. They took the walls off the pavilion so we could see out. And when people throw things at us, they got a better shot at us. But, yeah. So this is the 8th one, Sean?
7th or 8th. I've kind of lost track, unfortunately. But
what's got this started? Why did you guys start doing this?
We started doing it because we wanted something that would bring the community together on an annual basis, and something that was fun yet also inexpensive for our families to come out and enjoy. And, I think it's just such a nice thing to get the community together at Town Park, which is just an outstanding facility. Our recreation department and buildings and grounds, led by Robin Appler, her and her team do an outstanding job.
They sure do.
And that park is going to be in pristine condition come Sunday night.
That's the Gibson Road Park?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I saw Robin sent out the punch list of everything they'd accomplished in the last few weeks getting the park ready. And just, like you said, she does just incredible work. And she spearheaded a lot of the projects for the Wyman Park that we did, and the Wyman Foundation, which I'm proud to be part of. We teamed up with the town of Whitestown to complete the Wyman Park. It's not complete. I don't know if it ever will be complete because we're going to keep going. But Robin has just she's the Davy. She's the glue that holds the stuff together, and she just gets stuff done. And having gone to the family night, the community night at the Gibson Road Park a couple of times before we played there, it's just really, really incredible. So well attended, and the kids enjoying the movie and the fireworks. And it was funny. One year we watched the International Space Station go over while we were sitting there. It was just pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's just, Sean has some connections, and he got it worked out where you pull some strings that got them to fly over. We got the space station flyover.
All due respect to the Boilermaker, but they get the flyover every year. You got an International Space Station flyover?
No big deal. It's not a big
For
deal.
Whitestown Community Day?
We don't mess around.
Wow.
But speaking of that, as you know, Dave, it's a perfect spot for viewing the movie and the fireworks because you have that little hill that feeds off of the pavilions, and which reminds me, folks that are attending, don't forget to bring a lawn chair or a blanket for the movie and fireworks. But yeah, it really is a nice spot and a beautiful backdrop.
Bring a sweatshirt too, because we're going to be in the 50s at night, but that's going to keep the bugs down.
True.
Yep. So it's a magical event over there, and not just because the Dusty Puppies are playing, but it's a really, really cool event. Food trucks, and like Sean said, it's affordable. It's free unless you're going to buy food, right? And you buy food and whatever. But to see the community and everybody get together, it's really, really, really nice.
I want to do a live commercial now for the 7th or 8th annual.
Yeah, I should know the exact number, right? But we have so much fun, we've lost track. So.
No, that's awesome. Again, it's Sunday at the Gibson Road Park. So this is what I wanted to ask. I got a little lost there. Is it connected, or the plan was to connect the Wyman Park and the Gibson Road Park? Has that been done? Or is that still being worked on?
Yeah, it's connected. It's connected. There's an access path or road in between both that can be utilized. And, Dave mentioned Wyman Park. Over my years as town supervisor, it's been a pleasure to work with Dave and the Wyman Foundation. We've made a tremendous amount of progress together at that park in memory of Deputy Wyman, and there are so many families and kids and athletes enjoying that park and the fields and the playground. And a few years ago, we were able to work together and build the concessions building. And like Dave said, we'll probably never be done because we're always looking to add something and make it even better. So again, it's been great to work with the Wyman Foundation on that initiative.
Yeah, I couldn't be more proud of the work the Wyman Foundation has done and the work that we've accomplished in partnership with the town of Whitestown. They've never said no to us. They've come up with and done things, taken initiative and done things. And the park is further ahead than I thought it would be at this point. Like I said, we're never done. We do have the, on September 13th is the Wyman Motorcycle Ride in the morning, and then the Fall Festival. It's a really cool festival, and that's when we kind of highlight the connection between the parks because we do the hayride, and the hayride goes between the Wyman Park. It starts at the Wyman Park. We take you all the way around to the Gibson Road, through the trail in the woods, all the way around the Gibson Road Park, and then back to the Wyman Park. It's pretty cool because we ride the motorcycle in the morning and then get off the motorcycle and jump on the hay wagon. I drive the hay wagon all afternoon. And it's funny, this year I have to leave. I'm going to go do the national anthem for the Believe Bowl at Utica College and then run back and tear down for the Wyman Park. And the one shout I do want to give right now is to my rock, my Davy, which is Dana. Dana, she's probably the most prolific listener of the Keeler show in the morning. I'm sure she's watching right now. She's always commenting on stuff. Yep, hi Dana. But she's the glue holding a lot of this together. And
yeah, you're busy, man. You need like a 20-second timeout in the NBA. They do the shoulder tap. I need a 20.
Oh,
you need to sit down for a minute or something, man.
My timeout is at 4:30 when we play the first note tonight. That's my timeout because everything else goes away for a couple of hours. So that's my timeout.
Very cool. Sean, remind us, Sean Coletta, Whitestown Supervisor, remind us what time things get underway on Sunday.
Sure. Again, Sunday, Whitestown Town Park on Gibson Road. The festivities start at 5, and they go until the movie's over, and with fireworks at movie intermission. So please come out and join us. It's an outstanding community event. Like we discussed, the weather is looking fantastic. It's supposed to be 84, sunny during the day, not a cloud in the sky, a little chilly at night, but yeah, perfect movie and fireworks weather.
Live music from the Dusty Puppies. You mentioned the fireworks movie. Inside Out is the movie. Obviously, that's a kid-friendly, family-friendly movie. Admission is free. Bring a few bucks, though, if you want to enjoy some of the food trucks that'll be there. Did we forget anything?
I think we covered it all. Looking forward to hopefully seeing a big crowd.
Good job. I'll be there. I'll be bringing my little guy. I can't wait. Looking forward to it. How big's you got a big projector screen?
Oh, yeah.
Big
yep.
Yeah, it's a big one, one of those inflatable ones.
Big blow, yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
And I want to say, Sean, as a resident of the town of Whitestown, I couldn't be more proud to live in the town. It's just a wonderful place to live. For the services the town provides and the community that the town provides, it's just incredible.
Appreciate it. We work hard to make it a special place, and it certainly is. So.
Sean Coletta, Whitestown Supervisor. We'll take a quick time out. When we come back, Smitty, how much is our free money question of the day?
$200.
$200 is on the line from the Hobica Law Firm, and we'll give you a chance to win that. On the other side, it's First News Keeler in the morning, WIBX.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now, but I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TIRE for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TIRE for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TIRE.
Now through September 1st, get up to $180 back by mail on a Firestone prepaid MasterCard. Get up to $80 when you buy a set of 4 eligible Firestone tires. Get an additional $100 when you make an eligible tire purchase with your CFNA credit card at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair. Whether you're in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, or Herkimer, their team of professionals are ready to serve you. Subject to credit approval, restrictions apply. See Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair or online at tallmanstire.com.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, how to get 30, how to get 20, 20, 20, how to get 20, 20, how to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Brought to you by Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair. Located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer. And online at tallmanstire.com.
There's no place like home with a mortgage from AmeriQ Credit Union. Apply today at ameriq.org/home. Equal housing lender.
Pleasant weather here today as we finish out the business week. Sunshine and warmer for us here this weekend. Areas of fog here this morning, but that will break up and give way to a mostly sunny sky. Upper 70s this afternoon. Near 50 tonight. Sunny and around 80 tomorrow. Sunny mid-80s Sunday. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone from the Weather Channel on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Celebrating 100 years. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Quick. All right, we got a lot to get to and a little bit of time to do it. Dave, as you predicted before the show, this 3 hours goes quick, and we're going to run out of time, so we don't want to do that.
It's so fast.
Can we go to
Let's go to our favorite person in the whole world in the city of Utica. The movie czar himself, Paul Beautiful Buckley. Hello, Buck. How are you?
Hey, darling.
Good morning. You flatter me so.
Well, you're go ahead. Your time's ticking, brother.
Okay, so I just want to plug this with the new show, the August show for City Limits starts up, and it's the first segment is the Albany Symphony water music down at the harbor, and it was absolutely magnificent, an epic event, beautiful weather, beautiful sunset, beautiful music, and everybody turned out. It was epic, and we're going to see a lot more of that in the future down there at Holiday Point, Harbor Point. And then the next segment is the sign on the People First building on the corner of Broad and Mohawk, a new sign that was made by Metalogics. Joel Grimaldi of Metalogic and Howie Cohen of Just Neon put this thing together. It looks like a vintage, sign from the 50s or 60s, something like that. But it's absolutely beautiful. Drive by and see it. It's unbelievable. And, of course, the finale, you always say the best for last, is the Boilermaker. This year's running the Boilermaker, the sights and sounds of the Boilermaker, and it was crazy. So I want everybody to tune in on Sunday, noon. It's at noon on Channel 7, and then 7 p.m. on Channel 12. So it's 7 and 12, 12 and 7. So check it out and enjoy City Limits, okay? I appreciate it.
Buckley, I love you, sweetheart. I don't know if you had a chance to hear, but there was a guy doing he didn't do the elite runners, but he did the regular runners, the finish line announcements, and they got to find somebody else and get rid of him.
Oh, no, you did an epic job. Are you kidding me?
Thank you, Buck. I appreciate the plug.
I'm not kidding you. That was wonderful. You're a regular there.
Hey,
you were digging. I don't know how fast you can dig up those numbers and get those names, but you were doing a great job.
It's difficult; they come up quickly. But can we do dinner again soon?
Yes, I'd love that.
All right, we'll do it at my house this time.
Bring a different dinner guest, will you, please?
You got it. All right,
okay,
Paul
love
Buckley.
You guys. Thank you so much.
Take care. Love you too,
Buck.
sweetheart. Buckley, he's hilarious. We're going back to the phones, and then we've got another guest in studio with an announcement coming. Mitch Pesdick is on the phone. Mitch, unfortunately, I'm short on time this morning, but I understand, of course, Mitch with the golf news, who would check in periodically to talk about the biggest stories in golf. Mitch has written an autobiography. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Jeff. How are you?
Very good.
Yeah, I'm down here at the golf course in Salisbury, North Carolina. I lived here the last 4 years, but you're right. I sent the book to Bill. Maybe he shared it with you. And there's all kinds of stuff about the Mohawk Valley, past history, golf, of course. And so I'm going to be up in about 3 weeks. I'm going to let you guys know when I'm coming. and maybe I can sit down with you and we can talk about a lot of things.
Sorry, Mitch, my mic was off there for a second. Yes. Smitty's going to reach out to you. We can have a longer form conversation about the autobiography. But for those who are looking for it now, it's Blue Skies and the Dove of Peace, One Man's Journey to Find God. It's by Mitchell Pesdek Jr., and this is available where books are available?
Yep, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and when I come up, I'm going to be doing book signings, and they can save money. If they go to Amazon, they'll pay $40. With me, it's $30, and I'll autograph it for them.
Awesome. Unfortunately, we didn't have a ton of time this morning, but like I said, Davey's going to reach out and reschedule, all right?
Okay. No, that's fine.
Mitch,
I'm
thank
glad
you.
I could get on it all.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks for your time this morning, Mitch, and have a good day. All right, we will take a quick time out. Give me a caller for free money. See, we're doing too much here.
Caller 3.
We're getting Davey upset. Caller 3-315-736-0186. Back with your chance to win money and much more. We overbooked today. First News, Keeler in the morning, WIBX.
Are your windows old and tired? Hard to put up and down? Builder's grade windows just aren't made to last very long. Patriot Home Solutions is a different kind of window company. No games or gimmicks, no long drawn-out sales presentations, just high-quality, custom-fit windows at reasonable prices made right here in New York. And right now, you can get up to $2,000 of free windows from Patriot and NYSERDA, plus 0% interest for 18 months. Most homeowners qualify for the free windows, and income is not one of the requirements. So write this number down, 315-401-0440. That's 401-0440. Patriot Home Solutions will tell you right over the phone if you qualify. Don't miss your chance to win up to $2,000 of free windows. Funds are limited, so call before they run out. Learn more at callpatriothomesolutions.com. That's callpatriothomesolutions.com.
Beautiful woodwork adds warmth and charm to any kitchen. But years of use can leave your cabinets worn and faded. When you call Enhance, we'll make your cabinets as good as new again in as little as 1 day for a lot less than you pay for traditional refinishing or replacements. Whether you want to renew your cabinet's original finish or completely change their color, just tell us the look you want and we'll help you get it. Or bring your hardwood floors back to life. With most Enhance renewals, you can use your floors again the same day. Plus, there's no mess, no dust, and no odors. Call Enhance today for a free in-home consultation. We'll explain the process, we'll show you how your cabinets or floors will look when we're done, and we promise you'll be really pleased with the price. And when you trust Enhance, you'll get the skilled workmanship and attention to detail we bring to every job. There's no obligation. Call us now at 738-1113. 738-1113.
Now through September 1st, get up to $180 back by mail on a Bridgestone prepaid MasterCard. Get up to $80 when you buy a set of 4 eligible Bridgestone tires. Get an additional $100 when you make an eligible tire purchase with your CFNA credit card at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair. Whether you're in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, or Herkimer, their team of professionals are ready to serve you. Subject to credit approval, restrictions apply. Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair. Online at tallmanstire.com.
Mattress Express's summer sale is on. Get a king for the price of a queen for the price of a full, and a full for the price of a twin, starting at just $4.99. Beautiful select therapeutic mattresses. Go to mattressexpressny.com.
Do you suffer from sore feet, back, knee, or hip pain? The Good Feet Arch support system has helped many people find relief, like Tim.
I'm always telling my colleagues who have sore feet, this is the greatest thing. I'll even take my shoe off and show them. And I believe in the product so much. When you have something that works, you kind of want to share it with people. It worked for me, maybe it can work for you.
Or do you wake up at night with heel pain, like Crystal?
I would wake up in the middle of the night with all kinds of pain in my heels and in my arch. So I went to the Good Feet store. And ever since then, I've been pain-free. I wear them every day. I wear them when I walk, at the gym, when I work. They're great.
Get back to walking, working, and exercising, and imagine a life without pain. No shots, no surgery, no medication. You've got nothing to lose but your pain. Stop into the Good Feet store today for a free fitting and test walk. We're located on Commercial Drive, across from Hobby Lobby.
To doing what I love and more, thanks to the Good Feet store, thanks to the Good Feet store.
Celebrating 100 years. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
It is First News Keeler in the morning. Bill is back live on Monday morning. We're going to go right to the phone lines with our Hobeika Law Firm free money question of the day. It comes to you from Joseph and Andrew Hobeika. Good morning. This is Viper, right? Viper, where are you calling from?
New Hartford, Jeffrey. How are you?
Very good. Please, I insist, don't call me Jeffrey, but I want to give you some money despite that, okay?
This will be my third try, and I'm just relegated to the $25.
I know who this
gift
is.
card.
You can call me
You do.
Jeffrey. This is an awesome umpire who I have learned so much from.
We don't need that information out there. But anyway.
Oh, boy, I'll tell you. You can call me anything you want to.
Total anonymity.
Let's go here. We're going to go with this question for $200 from the Hobeika Law Firm. We just talked a little while ago to Joel Barkin from the Turning Stone Resort and Casino, and they've got a big celebration. Point Place is opening up. Their grand celebration is going on this weekend. But my question is, the first tribal casino and the first land-based casino in New York State was the Turning Stone Resort and Casino. It opened on July 20th of what year? Ready, go.
1992.
So close. So close. Viper, that's a great try. The year was 1993.
Dang.
1993. I'm sorry, man, and I apologize. Big fan of this guy who's on the phone now, and he has helped me out with my side job so much. He's been a real resource to me. And, hey, we got to catch up sometime soon, so let's do that, okay?
Bring him to dinner with Buckley.
All right, maybe I'll do that. But he'll throw Buckley out of his own house. I'm telling you, he will. Hang on the line, Viper. We got to get your information so Smitty can get you your $25 all-in-one food and fun gift card. It's good at places like Aquavino, Babes, Taylor and the Cook, the concessions at the Adirondack Bank Center, also in the gift shop there as well in the merch store. And we go from Viper the caller to maybe a Viper over at Proctor Park because there's a big car show going on coming up real soon.
Yeah, we're here in the studio with Dennis Jacobs from the Purple Heart Veterans Car Show. And unlike the White Sound Community Day, you know exactly what annual one this is, right? It's not the 7th or 8th, it's the what?
It's our 6th annual car show. And as of last year, our 5th show, we have raised $83,000, and we have donated it to different veteran groups and Gold Star families. And this year is even bigger and better. We have a Black Hawk helicopter be flying in, hopefully, if the weather's right. We also have the mechanical military dogs are going to be there. There's going to be food vendors. There's going to be craft vendors there. We also have Phil Burkhart with his dragster there. We got a lot going on. We have face painting. A lot of different things that's going to be happening at the show this year that's different than your normal regular car cruising type of show.
And Dennis, you in the last couple of years, you had to move down to Proctor Park because you used to be at the Parkway, and you outgrew it, right?
Yes. First couple of years, we were at the rec center, and we kept getting more cars and running out of space. Plus, they put the skating arena up there. So we moved to FT Proctor Park, which was a dream of mine to move there eventually because it's very big, and we can accommodate a lot of cars, a lot of different things that I'm trying to bring into the show to make it different and to attract more cars and attract more people to the show so they can enjoy these cars that all these guys put a lot of money into, and so people can enjoy them. The thing that kind of irritates me, maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but car shows and cruisins are not publicized on the radios and TVs as much as sports, and they don't realize this is a sport, and it's a very expensive sport, and guys love it. They enjoy putting the money into their cars, enjoy showing them to people so they can enjoy what they've created, and hopefully someday the car shows and the cruisings will get the publicity and everything that the sports get.
And it's a great family event. Every year we've been to this one, almost every one of them, and it's great to see young kids. People bring their young kids there and to watch that spark ignite, and they see these cars, and you hope that a lot of those kids later on they end up getting into the hobby themselves. And like you said, these cars are not something that you just pick up at a dealership and drive in there. There's some of these cars are hundreds of thousands of dollars, and every nut and bolt has been gone through on these cars, and you have some that people drive every day, and you have some that just are out of this world.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that you don't pull them out of the trailer if it's raining. Big beautiful cars, and like the dragsters. My brother a couple years ago had his 3,000 horsepower Corvette there. And we fired these up, and a lot of people have never heard a race car in person to fire up, and they got to hold their ears and all this stuff. And it's amazing. The kids love it. And then when they're done, they can sit in the car and take pictures. And, it's just a family fun thing, and everybody enjoys it.
The last time, actually, Dave, I ran into you before this morning, we were at a car show.
At the car show in the Village Green in Whitesboro.
Absolutely. Yep. This is the 6th annual Purple Heart Veterans Car Show. It's going on next weekend, Saturday, August 9th, from 10 to 3, car, truck, motorcycle, and Corvette show, $10 donation per vehicle, and it's happening at Proctor Park, FT Proctor, which is the one on the corner of Rutger and Culver.
Correct.
Can people still get involved? Get cars in?
Yeah, anybody can bring. I don't care what you got. There's no limitations on any years or anything like that. The first year I had it from 1880 down. Because that was a reunion type of thing. And boy, did I get slack from that from so many friends of mine.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No Viper in that one.
Nothing. But then after that, it's been everything. I mean, last year I think I had 40 Corvettes show up. Guys from Rochester and Schenectady called me up, and they wanted to come in together and everything. If I could say, I said, if you come in together, we'll put you all together. I got a Corvette spot. I said, but they didn't come up because of the weather.
Yeah.
Which is understandable. And I'm just hoping and praying that this year I have good weather for these 3 days plus the show, so we can get everybody on the grounds and get the chopper to come in and everything.
One really nice thing about this show is the hours. It's 10 to 3, and then right after this show, a lot of people go from this one to the Skylar, the Corn Fest, to that show, and that's till dark usually. So you can get 2 car shows in one day.
We usually finish up about 2:30.
Yeah.
And then a lot of guys can take off and they go to the Corn Fest. So it works out really, really, really nice for both shows.
So Dennis Jacobs with the 6th annual Purple Heart Veterans Car Show. It's happening next Saturday, not tomorrow, next Saturday, August 9th, 10 to 3. And it's at FT Proctor Park, which is the one on the corner of Rutger and Culver. Dennis, thank you for taking some time to come in this morning, and I hope the event is outstanding.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Dennis.
We'll take a quick time out and come back with more First News Keeler in the morning on WIBX.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. But not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Beautiful woodwork adds warmth and charm to any kitchen. But years of use can leave your cabinets worn and faded. When you call Enhance, we'll make your cabinets as good as new again in as little as 1 day for a lot less than you'd pay for traditional refinishing or replacements. Whether you want to renew your cabinet's original finish or completely change their color, just tell us the look you want and we'll help you get it. Or bring your hardwood floors back to life. With most Enhance renewals, you can use your floors again the same day. Plus, there's no mess, no dust, and no odors. Call Enhance today for a free in-home consultation. We'll explain the process, we'll show you how your cabinets or floors will look when we're done, and we promise you'll be really pleased with the price. And when you trust Enhance, you'll get the skilled workmanship and attention to detail we bring to every job. There's no obligation. Call us now at 738-1113. 738-1113.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Back here, First News Keeler in the morning on WIBX. My 2-week reign, if you will, is about to come to an end in just a few minutes. I'm kind of sad about it, but there's no crying in broadcasting. At least that's what we used to say.
Well, you'll be back Monday, right?
I guess so. But I won't be in the driver's seat, so I'll be back to second in command for a day.
If you want to sit here, you can go ahead and sit here.
No,
if you
that's
want.
your seat. You're way more important than I am, buddy, and I'll prove it to you in just a few minutes.
It's very rare do I get a chance to sit in here for in the 2 weeks because everybody can see I'm in that little room over there. But I've been on YouTube for the last 2 weeks. Hey, I'm driving the ship.
You are, and we're going to say thank you to you for that before we get out of here today. First News Keeler in the morning. We welcome in now John Sulka, an assemblyman previously.
Yes, sir.
And you got your sights set on a higher office. The announcement is not official yet, but you're going to do that, I guess, later this month. But you are running in the 22nd District.
Yeah, I have filed all the appropriate paperwork with the Federal Election Commission. You know, we have our financial accounts all set up. I have a very interesting team that we've pulled together. People from all over the country, as a matter of fact, that are advising us on issues.
Why run for NY22?
Well, you know, I have spent 24 years in elected office. I started out on the school board of our local school, became the board president, ran for town supervisor in Brookfield, and of course, and I'm won. I've been an 18-year incumbent. And in Madison County, if you are a town supervisor, you also sit on the county board of supervisors. So I served 11 years in that role, and proud of some of the things I've accomplished. We can prove that we saved the taxpayers literally millions of dollars with some of the programs that we initiated in the county, and then ran for state assembly 3 times, finally won in 2018, represented over 130,000 people in the 121st Assembly District, and after that decided not to run because of redistricting. They gave me a district that was just about impossible for one person to be able to represent properly, so I decided not to run for a 3rd term. Was offered a position with Congressman Williams as a director of community relations and served 2 years with him. And, you know, he lost the election. Obviously, everybody knows that. And, you know, with 2-year terms, if you don't get out the gate really quick, like practically after Election Day, you're losing ground. So it got to be around, 3rd week of December, then 1st week of January, 2nd week of January. Nobody's putting their hat in the ring to run for the 22nd. So I'm ambitious. I love the world of politics. I love governing, and at that point, I decided I'm going to run for the 22nd congressional district.
Did you want or encourage Brandon to take a second crack at it to win the seat back?
No. You know, Congressman Williams decided to pursue some other. Right now, he's waiting for a confirmation. Like about hundreds of people are waiting for confirmations right now from the Senate for a high-level position with the Nuclear Energy Regulatory Commission.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
Good
he's
for him.
and that's his area of expertise. You know, he's a nuclear engineer, spent time on submarines. I mean, he's really got quite a bit of accomplishment under his belt, and I think he's going to be great for the job. But he's got to get confirmed, and they're dragging their feet on all those confirmations right now.
Yeah. So, was there? It doesn't sound like it. You were interested in winning this seat back as a Republican seat. What's the biggest issue that you see right now that if you were there, you feel like you would be able to bring some either common sense or you would vote differently than the incumbent John Mannion?
Well, I mean, obviously, Mr. Mannion being a Democrat, him and I have many differences, not only ideologically and philosophically, but practically. You know, I believe that you can't wait 7 months to open up an office in the second biggest city in your district. I believe that all the accusations...
Is that open yet?
You know, I'm not even sure. I had heard he had a soft opening, but no one really knows for sure. And I should mention this, that within 72 hours after Congressman Williams took the oath of office, we were in the office, and it wasn't fully functional, but we made sure that we were there for constituents. And here it is, the beginning of August, and I can't even tell you for sure. If you look on his website, I don't think the Utica office is on there yet, but it all comes down to how to represent your constituents and to making sure you're there on the street.
Is that in the state office building?
It's in the state office building. Yeah. So, again, I don't know. But that's an example of, Mr. Mannion's priorities are primarily Onondaga County, and that's fine. That's his power base. But it's a big district, and there are a lot of people in places other than Onondaga County, that's for sure. I mean, we're spending a lot of time in Onondaga County because we understand the importance of it as far as the votes. But I have been in Cayuga and Cortland and Oneida and Madison County multiple times.
So, according to his website, his congressional website, Utica District Office, 207 Genesee Street, Suite 405, Utica, New York. So that's the state office building downtown. I do see here the next thing that came up was a story from KTV. And it says, Representative John Mannion gave a long list of reasons why his district office in Utica wasn't open yet, even though it was. In an email, Mannion's communications director, David Doyle, told News Channel 2 on Tuesday that the Utica office has been open and staffed since June 4th, with 2 to 3 people who are each there 3 to 5 days a week. The statement contradicts an interview that Mannion gave to WIBX on July 9th, where host Bill Keeler asked why, 6 months into his congressional term, the freshman Democrat had yet to open his Utica office. People can't get anything done in there because they don't have Wi-Fi, Mannion said. We need a secure Wi-Fi. We need furniture. We need electronics. We don't have those things right now. So, I'll save my opinion. I'll just tell you that's what that says.
And to get back to your question about what the differences are, we have developed a great team, and we hold regular staff meetings and policy meetings several times a week sometimes. And what we're coming up with we are addressing the top issues in our platform: energy, healthcare, education, foreign affairs, all right, energy. We are discussing in depth, not problems, but the solutions. And all I can see coming out of Mr. Mannion is Trump bashing and whining. All right, we plan on hitting the ground running. Okay, when and if we do make it to Congress. Our learning curve is going to be extremely short. We already have legislation proposed for each one of the issues that we are addressing, like I said, in healthcare and education, energy, which is a huge issue right now. Look at your electric bill. Foreign affairs, very, very complicated. In fact, that's probably where we spend the most amount of our time, is trying to figure where we're going to stand on foreign affairs, because it's something that I don't call an area of expertise. My expertise is healthcare. I spent 40 years in healthcare. But, the bottom line is that we're looking at what is relevant to the people in the 22nd District, what is affecting them on a daily basis, the kitchen table issues, if you will, and how we can solve those problems. And we've got some great ideas. And I'm proud that we are forging ahead, getting out early. We're raising money, and I'll be seeking the nomination. I have to qualify that I'm not the candidate, I'm a candidate. But at this point right now, in the 5 counties, there's no one else who has taken the initiative to run. And I believe that's very, very important when you have a race of this scale.
And, John, I know this because we used to talk to you about this when you were in the assembly, but one of the issues as well, and we have been fortunate to shine a spotlight on it, was agricultural issues, which is very important to this region and this district. So your official announcement will come on August 21st.
Our official announcement will be August 21st at 11 a.m. at Harbor Point in Utica. And I wanted to do it in my hometown. I grew up in Cornhill, a product of a single-parent home. Watched my mom struggle sometimes to work 2 jobs to make a living, put bread on the table. And I feel that, first person in my family to go to college, I was told by a lot of people that I was going to be a failure. And sometimes, I have to sit back and think, here I was I made it to the New York State Assembly. I'm sitting there in this incredibly historic chamber, and I said, you know what? This isn't too bad for a kid from a single-parent home from Cornhill. And I'm proud. I'm proud of what we've done. I'm proud of what we've done for the people that I've represented in the past, and I hope to represent in the 22nd District.
John, thank you so much. We
Thank
wish
you,
you
sir.
luck, and I know you'll be invited back onto the program here to talk about issues and hopefully for a debate in the future.
You might be the only person to ever make it from Cornhill to Brookfield.
That's right. And we love where we are.
So we've got a couple of minutes left here, and I told you this was coming. I didn't mean for it to be a surprise. Come on in. We want to end the show.
He's a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny.
Davey is celebrating 30 years here with us. And when I say with us, it's been multiple different ownerships. But it's the team here that you've spent so much time with. And Davey, you are the man, Uncle Smitty. And we are all grateful for what you do on a daily basis. You're everyone's backup and can do everything really but kind of be on the air. Whether it's technical issues, personnel issues, relaying messages, emails, when things kind of break down, we rely on you a lot. There's a reason you've been here for 30 years. In addition to that, I think every person standing in this room considers you a very close personal friend of theirs. You mean the world to us, and we just wanted to take a minute to say thank you, buddy.
Thank you, Jeff.
Congratulations, Steve.
I'm sorry, we had them in the hallway. I told them 8:50, and of course, I was a little behind. It happens to be the case. I think they all can vouch for the fact that I tend to run late sometimes.
So that was the pressing matter.
I just want to say thanks, everybody. You guys are my rock. When my dad passed away 5 years ago, and then when I went through my health problems, you guys are there, and I appreciate it, and I hope to be here for 30 more years. This is a great team we have, and I love everybody. And Jeff, it's been a pleasure having you as a friend and a cohort. I'm sorry to have just have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks again.
David, we love you, buddy. We really do. I want to say thanks for everybody who sat in and helped me kind of co-host and run things while Bill was away. The first of those and the most important was Davey. Dave, you sat in this morning. I really appreciate that. You did a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I can just say, I can spill the beans now. I'm just here for the cake.
We've had this planned, and Dave wasn't going to co-host.
And Dave, you've been a great friend since I've known you, since being a part of the show. I thank you for your friendship, too.
You too, brother. You too.
John,
Congratulations.
Thanks. Have a great weekend.
So thank you. Everybody's kind of shuffling out of the studio. Thank you, guys. You're awesome. I love you all, too. And Davey loves you guys. So, Smitty, thank you, buddy. It's been a busy week. You've done so much. You stepped up again. I couldn't have done this without you. Have a great weekend, everyone. Everybody, a lot going on. John, thank you. We'll talk to you soon. You got included in this, too. You're family now, John.
That's right.
You're like family now. First News, Keeler in the morning. Have a great weekend, everyone. We're out of town. We'll see you next week.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome. W295EI. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Celebrating